Of 2 minutes. Here's the number you need: 855-51-BIBLE. That's 855-51-BIBLE. 855-51-BIBLE.
It could be information to change your life forever. Or the Something You Should Know podcast could just be something interesting.
What separates a great restaurant from a good restaurant? A great restaurant will never refuse to seat 3 guests because the 4th guest has not yet arrived. If your wait for a table gets much longer than 15 minutes past your reservation time, a great restaurant will buy you a drink or something for your inconvenience.
Join Mike Carruthers and guests for Something You Should Know. Listen wherever you get your podcasts.
Don't miss Sean Hannity.
Biden incoherently adheres.
Live this afternoon at 2 p.m. on News Radio 1440.
Let's go here.
Your WSFA First Alert Weather Forecast on News Radio 1440.
Sponsored by Wendy's Breakfast Biscuit Sandwich. Just $1. Wendy's knows a better breakfast starts with a better biscuit. That's why you can get a hot and buttery Wendy's breakfast biscuit with bacon or sausage, fresh cracked egg and cheese for just $1. Get your Wendy's Buck Biscuit Sandwich today. Limited time only at participating U.S. Wendy's.
A cold front is actively pushing across the area this morning, and it will clear all of Alabama by lunchtime. That will allow a few showers through the morning into the afternoon, but a lot of us will stay dry. Any showers today will be light and widely scattered. It will also turn a little breezy this afternoon with the wind out of the north, 10 to 15. Temperatures cooler, mid-70s to upper 70s for most of us tonight. Much cooler, upper 40s, clear skies, upper 70s, and sunshine on Wednesday.
That's your First Alert forecast. I'm meteorologist Tyler Seabury for News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch traffic brought to you by Brubaker Motors. It's better at Brubaker on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, Montgomery. Right now, things are looking good. Your Tuesday kicks off with no major problems or accidents. Interstate systems moving into the Tri-County area from Clanton, Albany, Greenville. No problems on 231 south out of Wetumpka, north out of Troy. Whether your credit is excellent or just plain slow, a cash-out refinance or equity loan is just a call away. Call the 18 at MCS in Wetumpka, 567-9000. NMLS 232876. Buckle up. For Montgomery Skywatch traffic, this is Major Delay.
Why are you driving around town on those old bald tires? Do you like living dangerously? Say no to old, bald, and dangerous. For all your tire needs, Chico's Auto Pros, 239-9510.
Good morning. I'm Bethany Davis in the WSFA 12 newsroom. MPS new superintendent's contract is approved. Dr. Melvin Brown will be the highest paid superintendent in system history. His $255,000 salary is $25,000 more than his predecessor. That also includes a $1,000 monthly vehicle allowance, $10,000 in moving expenses, and a $1,500 housing allowance for 6 months. Dr. Brown's first official day as superintendent will be July 1st. He'll have 15 days before that to work with and ask questions of current superintendent, Dr. Ann Roy Moore, before she retires. The city of Montgomery and Montgomery County are working together to figure out how to spend millions of dollars in the American Rescue Plan funds. They are working to identify projects that will benefit local residents and have until 2026 to spend the funds. The next steps include each governing body voting on these priorities. Residents still have time to fill out a survey on montgomerydrive.org. That's the news for this Tuesday morning. I'm Bethany Davis in the WSFA 12 newsroom.
Paid for by Christian Care Ministry.
Let's see, if something costs less, but people are happier with it, that sounds like something to look into, and that's Medi-Share. Maybe you've heard switching to Medi-Share to pay for healthcare can save the typical family $500 a month, and that's huge, but it's also true that people are way more satisfied after making the switch, too. The customer satisfaction rate for Medi-Share is double that of the typical health insurance plan. Medi-Share works. It's been around for more than a quarter century, and members have shared more than $3 billion of each other's bills. People love having telehealth and a huge nationwide PPO network. So, yeah, you can save a ton and like it better. Imagine being happy with how you're taking care of your health care. So if you're self-employed or part of the gig economy, or you just want a plan you're happy with, you can call right now and get a price within 2 minutes. Very, very smart use of 2 minutes. Here's the number you need: 855-51-BIBLE. That's 855-51-BIBLE. 855-51-BIBLE.
This is Cozy Wolf from American Orchid Wars. This is your special invitation to our 28th anniversary sale going on now. For a limited time, everything in American Orchid Wars, inventory, catalog, and special orders is 50% off the top tag price. That's right, half off. Living room, dining room, bedroom, home office, and outdoor. Interest-free financing available. Hurry, sale ends soon. Mattress accessories and cozy excluded.
I've been saying for almost 30 years. You don't pay fake money, so don't step fake wood. Good morning, Alabama. How'd you sleep last night?
You can buy a mattress anywhere, but at Wolf Boys Bedding, we want to make sure you get a good night's sleep. We will take the time to show you how a mattress is made and what supports you and gives you comfort. Then let you make the decision on what's best for you. Whether you need an inexpensive mattress or a great night's sleep, we have you covered. Shop the Better Sleep Sale and get up to $400 off on Heritage Sleep's homegrown collection.
Don't count sheep, get a great night's sleep from Wolf Boys Bedding next to American Oak Floor.
Paid for by Christian Care Ministry.
Let's see, if something costs less, but people are happier with it, that sounds like something to look into, and that's Medishare. Maybe you've heard switching to Medishare to pay for healthcare can save the typical family $500 a month, and that's huge. But it's also true that people are way more satisfied after making the switch too. The customer satisfaction rate for Medishare is double that of the typical health insurance plan. Medishare works. It's been around for more than a quarter century, and members pay more than $3 billion of each other's bills. People love having telehealth and a huge nationwide PPO network. So, yeah, you can save and like it better. Imagine being happy with how you're taking care of your health care. So if you're self-employed or part of the gig economy, or you just want a plan you're happy with, you can call right now and get a price within 2 minutes. A very, very smart use of 2 minutes. Here's the number you need. 855-51-BIBLE. That's 855-51-BIBLE. 855-51-BIBLE.
Got questions about your roof? River Region Contracting has the answer. Google River Region Contracting today or visit their website, riverregioncontracting.com.
It's a fact. Guys hate going to the doctor. But when it comes to erectile dysfunction and low testosterone issues, men from all over Montgomery have been thrilled seeing Dr. Alderson and the providers at Montgomery Men's Health. Men all the way up to 95 years old have jump-started their sex drive and energy levels. Lots of men suffer with ED for years, but now they're able to enjoy sex again. Tom from Montgomery said, Montgomery Men's Health has changed my life. I have been able to be intimate with my wife for the first time in 5 years. She thought this problem was because of her, but the pills never worked for me. I had given up until I went to the clinic and realized there were more options for erectile dysfunction. Now I'm happy and my wife is happy. A visit for only $99, and that includes all testing, including a PSA and testosterone test. Give the guys at the clinic a call at 334-440-3663. That's 334-440-3663. Or go to MontgomeryMen'sHealth.com.
Matt Parsley, Budget Car and Truck Sales, Montgomery and Prattville. I just got back from my doctor's office, and he told me I need to turn down the stress a notch or two, and that's got me in a real pickle. So, to relieve the stress, I'm going to make it possible for people to buy with just a nickel. Most dealers require $1,000, $2,000, or even $5,000 down. At Budget Car and Truck Sales, you can drive a like-new car, truck, van, or sport utility with just a nickel down, stress-free. Are credit problems in the past keeping you stressed out? My credit approval process will take the stress away. Oh,
Take
too
the
much on your
stress
trade?
away.
We'll pay you up to $4,055 for any trade, stress-free. If gas prices are stressing you out, the Nickel Pickle Sale will help you out, stress-free. We are the People's Car Dealer. Budget Car and Truck Sale, 61 Mendel Parkway, next to Fraser Church, or in Prattville, 508 McQueen Smith Road, across from Walmart. Visit us online at buybudgetonline.com.
Telling it like it really is.
That's the fact, Jack!
It's the Dan Bongino days from 11 to 2 on News Radio 1440. Sometimes you need to sit, refocus on your day. The moment where you take a deep breath and change the focus from the problem to the problem solver.
Every day.
This is Decisions with Kevin Elkins.
You ain't going up. That's screwed.
Tomorrow morning, if you wake up and the sun Good morning, and good morning, one and all. Good morning to you. I'm Kevin Elkins, and this is News Radio 1440 on your AM dial, 95.1 Channel 3 on HD Radio, or newsradio1440.com. Either way it goes, you can catch us. We got an app, News Radio 1440, for Apple as well as Android. No excuse, no excuse. Good morning to you. I'm Kevin Elkins, and this is News Radio 1440. Once again, it is time for our daily bread, a word from on high, something to change your perspective or give you a new one. Either way it goes, it's good for the soul. Good morning. It is April the 26th, 2022 AD. Today's daily bread is simply entitled, Age is Just a Number. Today's scripture insight comes from 1 Timothy 4, 6 through 13. But 1 Timothy 4 and 12 says, don't let anyone look down on you because you are young, but set an example for the believers in speech, the things you say, in conduct, the things you do, in love, the way you treat others, in faith, how you show your belief, and in purity. Now, I had a little bit of that in conduct. Okay. Wouldn't add anything to the word, just that's what those things mean, just in case you had to be young. All right? So don't let anyone look down on you because you are young, but set an example for the believers in speech, in conduct, in love, and faith, and purity. And again, it is April the 26th. It is a day that has never been. And it is a day that shall never, ever come again. And once it's gone, you don't get a do-over. You don't get it back. You don't get to summon it from the past. You don't get to come back and do all the things that you ought to do today that you don't. And more importantly, you don't get a chance to come back and undo the things that you do. So whatever it is you do this day, make sure that if tomorrow should be, you'll be proud of what you have done on this day, April the 26th, 2022. If you have lived a while, like I tell you every morning, you've heard many, many yesterdays. And if we are blessed and given the grace of God and a lot of mercy thrown in, we may, I'm not sure, but we may see some tomorrows. But if tomorrow should not be, then it is this day. That is the first day of the rest of your life. What are you going to do with it? Well, whatever you do, reach back and help somebody else along the way when you can, as long as you can, as much as you can, until you can. And whatever you do today, remember, it is a great day to be alive. Good morning to you. Age is just a number. That's our daily bread for this day, April the 26th, 2022. Good morning to you, Montgomery. It's time to rise and shine.
Thanks for joining us for today's word of encouragement from the Our Daily Bread family. The devotional for today was written by Marvin Williams, and it's titled, Age is Just a Number. Youthfulness shouldn't stop anyone from achievement. It certainly didn't stop 11-year-old Michaela. Instead of putting up a lemonade stand, Michaela opened a lemonade business. Me and the Bees Lemonade started with her grandmother's recipe and eventually earned a $60,000 investment from investors on the television show Shark Tank. She also signed a contract with a major grocer to sell her lemonade at 55 of the chain stores. Michaela's drive and dreams point us back to Paul's words in Timothy chapter 4. Don't let anyone look down on you because you are young. Timothy, though not a child like Michaela, was likely considerably younger than most in his congregation. After interning with the Apostle Paul, some thought that Timothy wasn't mature enough to lead them. Instead of telling him to prove himself by showing his credentials, Paul encouraged Timothy to demonstrate spiritual maturity by the way he used his words, lived his life, loved his parishioners, exercised his faith, and remained sexually pure. No one could discredit him as a teacher and pastor if he backed it up with a godly example. Regardless of our age, we can impact the world. We do it by setting a Christ-centered example for others as God provides what we need. May he shape our lives with the gospel. So whether we're 17 or 70, we'll be worthy to share it with others. Now let's hear the words of encouragement and challenge from today's Our Daily Bread devotional scripture reading. It's from 1 Timothy chapter 4, verses 6 through 13. If you point these things out to the brothers and sisters, you will be a good minister of Christ Jesus, nourished on the truths of the faith and of the good teaching that you have followed. Have nothing to do with godless myths or old wives' tales. Rather, train yourself to be godly, for physical training is of some value, but godliness has value for all things, holding promise for both the present life and the life to come. This is a trustworthy saying that deserves full acceptance. That is why we labor and strive, because we have put our hope in the living God, who is the Savior of all people, and especially of those who believe. Command and teach these things. Don't let anyone look down on you because you are young, but set an example for the believers in speech, in conduct, in love, in faith, and in purity. Until I come, devote yourself to the public reading of Scripture, to preaching, and to teaching. Now let's pray. Heavenly Father, help us to model what it means to be devoted to Jesus in the way we speak, exercise our faith, and love others. And no matter what our age is, may our lives reflect the wisdom you've given us so that other lives would be impacted through us. And it's in your great and glorious name that we pray. Amen. Thanks so much for listening today. My name is Wes Ward, and today's encouragement was provided by Our Daily Bread Ministries.
Well, that means that it's time to rise and shine, people. It's time to get up. You got the word. Now it's time to get up with the birds. All right, then. Let's do it. Let's get up. Oh, no PT today? Well, I guess my PT call is on sick call this morning, so I guess no PT today. All right, then. We'll catch up on that tomorrow a little bit. But right now, let's pay homage to all of our armed forces: Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Coast Guard, and Space Force. We don't know their song yet. They haven't earned one yet. But somebody's gonna get a butt tune for no PT today. All right. We'll call this like a PT holiday or something. Anyway, good morning to you, Montgomery Sanitation Department. Good morning to you guys. Good morning to the maintenance department. Good morning to the sheriff department, the fire department. Anybody I missed? Police department. Anybody miss? Cab drivers, truck drivers, everybody who's up early in the morning like me. Okay. Everybody, I'm just saying good morning to you. Hope this day finds you well and feeling good. And more importantly, if you woke up this morning, take my word for it, you were blessed. And good morning to all the folks down in Fort Benning, Georgia, down there this morning. Yeah, we do. We reach down there. Yeah, online. I mean, you got some folks down there listening in Columbus. Good morning to you. And to all the people who run in when everybody else is running out. And last but certainly not least, the United States Army. And of course, that's the end of that. All right. So, good morning to you. Hope that they find you well. I'm feeling pretty good myself. You know, life is good. Can't complain. I mean, you can complain, but nobody really cares. But some people, I can't say nobody cares. I mean, there's somebody that cares. Some people out there. You know, I mean, I care every once in a while. You know, every once in a while I do. You know. Anyway, exactly 6:30 in the morning. Hope that they find you well. Evidently, there's a young lady who was originally from Montgomery, who's on American Idol, and you know, and I've seen this I don't really watch American Idol, but you want to give props where props is due. You know what I'm saying? You want to. I mean, because a lot of people get up there, but they don't never make it this far. And what's her name, Lady K or something like that. Anyway, she's okay, Lady K, but her name is. Let me see what her name is. Her name is. I don't know what her name is. Okay, her name is Karen. No, Kazia. What these names get me sometimes. Kazia Lady K. Estonia. Anyway, she's one of the 10 finalists on American Idol, and she lives in Tuskegee. But my understanding, she's from Montgomery. So even people from Montgomery leave Montgomery. Anyway, she's 25 years old. And she was there was another lady from Alabama that got cut, but she's hanging in there. So the 25-year-old Tuskegee resident and her 9 co-defendants are headed to Disneyland to prepare for the next performances. She has struck a chord with audience this season, not to mention the show's judges. She now moves to the final round. So congratulations to her. If her parents or anybody's here in Montgomery, make us proud. She already has made us proud. Now we got to do her proud. I think, don't you got to call on the phone or something like that for American Idol to get get more calls or whatever the case it may be? I haven't watched American Idol since I think Ruben Studdard was on there back in the day, and Fantasia, and that's about it. I haven't really watched American Idol, but I mean, to me, when Simon Cowell left, that kind of killed my vibe. You know, I wanted to see him dog people. You know, but evidently they're still doing pretty good, so that's good. Now Lionel Richie's on there, and that's cool. You know, it don't hurt. It don't hurt to be from Tuskegee. If Lionel Richie, who is from Tuskegee, you know, is on the is one of the judges. So I'm not saying that he would give her any favoritism. I'm just saying it don't hurt to have somebody who's been singing as long as he has been and been in the business as long as he's been in the business from the same city that you live in. Hey, you know, you take whatever advantage you can get. But I don't know. But I haven't heard her sing or anything like that. I rarely listen to people sing because I sing pretty good myself. So, you know, but I was too old to go off America. Yeah, I'll tell you the story, but I went down there. That was in Mobile, right? I was headed to Mobile. And then they found out how old I was. They called me on the phone and said, you can't come. I said, how come? You're too old. I mean, come on. If you can still sing, what difference is it how old you are? Man, that just broke my spirit on that one. I was headed down I don't like going over bridges anyway, right? I didn't like, but I was almost to the bridge, okay? And I was ready. I was gonna go over that bridge and get my shot at fame and wealth, and that quickly came to an end, because I think you had to be, 27, 28 years old or something like that, and you cannot 27, 28. I was serving my country, so I couldn't make American Idol during that time. However, though, I did sing in the Army's Tops and Blue. I did sing in that thing, and I came in second place. Okay, hey, nobody. I think they kind of screwed me over there. I think they cheated me, but that's okay. If the other guy had lost, he'd probably said the same thing. So that's okay. We good. Anyway, good morning to you. Hope this day finds you well. Let me take my little break for this hour unless there's something else going on. The weather's supposed to be pretty good, a little chilly today, but other than that, it's supposed to be pretty good the rest of the week, so that's good. We need to talk about this superintendent thing. I think I like the guy, but these superintendent jobs around here, you get paid before you do anything. I mean, you get a raise before you do anything. And I'm just saying, it's the only job. Sports and education is the only job where you get paid for what you might do. And when you don't do it, you still, we should give a 1-year contract, not a 3-year contract, because if we decide we want to fire the guy, and then you got to pay him all that money. I mean, education become a lottery. I thought we didn't have a lottery, but we do. It's called in the education system. My Lord, all this money we paying people, and haven't done a thing yet. What they do, get $112,000 more than they was making? Come on, man. I mean, I love the guy. I don't love the guy, but he seems to be all right. But listen, how many superintendents have we had in Montgomery, Alabama, over the last 10 years or so, 15 years or so, who started out great and then went out like slow air in a balloon? You know what I'm saying? All we were left with was something looked like a prophylactic, okay? because nothing else happened. I'm just saying, we ought to put some measurements in here and to see whether or not he's meeting some of those metrics. This giving people all kinds of money because what we think they might do. Because I got to tell you, if there ain't some discipline and some order out of this chaos in public school, I'm going to go down there and sit on his desk, and the police will have to come get me. I'm sick of this, all this money. Now again, if he does what he needs to do, the money would be well spent just to get some order and some pride and the pursuit of excellence in our classroom and in our school system. You shouldn't have to go to a magnet school in order to get a decent education. Okay. And you shouldn't low grade in the magnet entrance thing by going 2.5 GPA. Okay. I believe that magnet schools ought to be at least for 3.5 GPAs and above. I mean, other than that, you like regular people like me. I'm just saying, I mean, I don't want to beat the guy down and nothing like that, but I'm just saying, we sure paying people lots of money around here to run schools. And again, it's like football. Saban's been the only sure bet in football, paid him a lot of money, but he been winning and winning and winning. So I'm just saying now, unless Dr. whatever his name is, unless he's Nick Saban, of the education, I don't know if he's worth all that money yet, but we gonna see. We're gonna talk about that today, man, I'm telling you. Anyway, let's take a break and we'll be back uno momento. I mean, I don't begrudge anybody for making a good living. I do not. But you got to prove yourself. You got to prove you know what you're doing. I mean, there's $250,000. I mean, this is Montgomery, Alabama. I'm just saying, we need to slow our roll on giving up this money, because I doggone show didn't up the taxes on my house for what I'm getting now. I'm just saying. And this excuse about, well, they come from the neighborhood. So what? Hey, just in case anybody in the school system don't realize this, people that go to private school, they come from the neighborhood. People go to Valiant Cross, they come from the neighborhood. People go to MA, they come from the neighborhood. People go to Hooper Academy, they come from the neighborhood. Okay? I don't want to hear that crap anymore. All right? My son should not have to get headaches. Headaches! Because of the chaos in public school. $250 for a man. Okay. All right. Let me shut up. I'll be back right after this message. That's a lot of money for somebody who hasn't proven himself yet. Man. We'll be back.
And I'll make you see that love is given to love, given to love.
News Radio 1440.
Sponsored by Discover. If you're a valued customer, you deserve a simple gesture of appreciation from your credit card company. And that's why Discover matches all of the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year. Discover. Exceptionally common sense. Learn more at discover.com/match. Limitations apply.
The cold front is actively pushing across the area this morning, and it will clear all of Alabama by lunchtime. That will allow a few showers through the morning into the afternoon, but a lot of us will stay dry. Any showers today will be light and widely scattered. It will also turn a little breezy this afternoon with the wind out of the north, 10 to 15. Temperatures cooler, mid-70s to upper 70s for most of us tonight. Much cooler, upper 40s.
Give it to love.
On weather.
That's your first alert forecast. I'm meteorologist Tyler Seabury for News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch traffic.
Don't worry
brought
too
to you
bad.
by Brubaker Motors. It's better at Brubaker on News Radio 1440.
I'm like a drug addict getting off Coca-Cola.
Reported by the authorities. Said you want an alternate.
But I've been doing good. Haven't had a Coke yet.
You see something out there,
Doing
you're
good.
in trouble with traffic, safely contact us. We'll pass the info along. We do appreciate everybody's help. For instant updates, follow me on Twitter, MGY Skywatch. Trenton State Community College is offering continuing education classes in pharmacy technician and medical billing and coding. Classes start June 6th. Call 420-4240. That's Trenton State Continuing Education. Buckle up, it's the law. For Montgomery Skywatch traffic, this is Major Delay.
Why are you driving around town on those old ball tires? Do you like living dangerously? Say no to old, bald, and dangerous. For all your tire needs, Chico's Auto Pros, 239-9510.
We've got $100 bills stacked up for days. The 25K Workday Payday is your shot at $100 10 times every weekday. Listen for the national keyword hourly 8 to 5 for your chance to text in and win. Score the $100 and you're on your way to a 25K payday with News Radio 1440.
Come fix my home, Bill Bradley. Come fix my home.
Bill Bradley Services and the Cancer Wellness Foundation of Central Alabama are coming together to fuel the fight for those living with cancer. Starting in April, a portion of every HVAC unit purchased from Bill Bradley will go to the Cancer Wellness Foundation's Transportation and Gas Voucher Program to assist patients to and from vital treatments. Visit BillBradleyFuelTheFight.com or call Bill Bradley Services today.
Won't you please fix my home?
Joe Biden's reckless spending has sent inflation to a 40-year high, costing hardworking Alabama families over $5,000 a year. Katie Britt is a conservative fighter running for the United States Senate to end the liberal spending in Washington. Here's Katie Britt.
As I travel across our great state, I hear from families every day who are getting hammered by rising costs. Inflation is a tax on every single one of us, and it is killing our economy. As Alabama's next senator, I'll fight to save our economy, not only for our seniors, but for the next generation who is being crushed by runaway inflation and destructive debt. Here's where I stand. If Congress doesn't balance the budget, they shouldn't get paid. No balanced budget, no paycheck.
Katie Britt will stop Joe Biden's tax and spend agenda and fight to restore President Trump's booming economy.
I'm Katie Britt, and I approve this message.
Paid for by Britt for Alabama, Inc.
Hi, this is Tom Latham with Penny Earning Concrete Technologies.
For years, you've heard me talking about our concrete projects, from stamped and patterned concrete to foundations for commercial manufacturing, driveways to commercial parking lots, even heavily invested in polished concrete for durable and inexpensive long-term service. What you may not know is we have equipment for clearing lots for construction, clearing and ridding land of scrub and underbrush. We cut roads, clear fence lines, clear pond dams, and pretty much any application where land is overgrown. We have mulchers that can grind underbrush into shreds and return it to nature for compost. Our equipment is minimally invasive, not disturbing and upturning your property where additional grading might be necessary. To clean or clear your property, call Penny Earned at 334-284-9292 and let us transform your overgrown property into a manageable and productive one. Check us out on Facebook at Transformers or call 334-284-9292.
2022 is no time for beautiful windows in your home to be all covered up with the same blinds and shades you see in every home. And 2022 is definitely no time for cheap blinds and shades to leave your windows saying, please don't cover me up with these ugly coverings. This is Ben with Just Blinds in Prattville. Seriously, our goal is to help deliver a custom look for your home to be loved and timeless for years to come. Visit Just Blinds showroom in Prattville today or online at gojustblinds.com.
It's springtime and time to get out and get things done. So it's Ram Truck Month at Tallahassee Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Take advantage of low finance rates to save big on your new Ram truck or your new high-performance Dodge Charger or Dodge Challenger during Ram Truck Month. Plus, your trade-in has never been worth more. They give you the most for your trade-in. The best vehicles are always at TallahasseeAutomotive.com, where you drive a little, save a lot. See for credit, finance, Chrysler Capital, dealer retail factory incentives, and dealer details.
Huashin America Corporation has a job opening in Greenville, Alabama for production control specialist. Job duties include analyzing user needs to design, test, develop, and modify software applications specifically for production management and control. Requires a bachelor's degree or foreign equivalent in computer engineering or a related field, and 1 year of experience in production control and MES and WMS systems installation products in automotive industry. Must have knowledge of business process management on SAP through experience or internship. Send resume to HR, Huashin America Corporation, 661 Montgomery Highway, Greenville, Alabama 36037. Again, Huashin America Corporation has a job opening in Greenville, Alabama for production control specialist. Send resume to HR, Huashin America Corporation, 661 Montgomery Highway, Greenville, Alabama 36037.
Hey, Sean Hannity here, and now you can hear me live every afternoon. It all starts at 2, and it's all happening right here on News Radio 1440.
When you get right down to it, isn't this a moment what it's all about, girl? And when you get right down to it, don't you just feel this moment says everything?
And good morning, everybody. All right, you know what time it is? Time for the lessons of life and the word of the day. Now, the word of the day, there's a community in Montgomery with this name. And I seriously doubt if they actually know what the name stands for. But this morning I'm going to educate them on the community that they live in, what the name means. Okay, because that's the kind of guy I am to help you out. Hey, we'll take calls next hour, guys. So no sense calling now because once I start, I got to keep going. Anyway, so the word of the day, it denotes a period of time in the past that was idealistically happy and peaceful. Okay, again, the word today means a period of time that in the past was idyllically happy and peaceful. Okay, now that name is the name, this word is the name of a pretty upscale community in Montgomery. And what do you think that it is? Okay, I'm going to go ahead and tell you. Halcyon. That's right. Halcyon means a period of time in the past that was idyllically happy and peaceful. Okay, so that's the word of the day, halcyon. No, we're not talking about the halcyon subdivision out there in the east part of town, but we're talking about a time that was in the past that was happy and peaceful. Now, I don't know exactly when that time was, but I would imagine somewhere in the great state, the great United States of America, there was a place like that. Now, the last time I saw a place like that, I was watching the old TV series Twilight Zone. Okay, and they had that place where the guy went to sleep on the train and he woke up and he was in a place like this that was in the past that was happy and peaceful. Okay, that's where that worked. That's the way that worked out. But again, that was in the Twilight Zone. But I would imagine. So Halcyon, I got to go through there one more time. From now on, when I go through Halcyon, I'm going to look and see that peacefulness of thing. Although I will tell you, it is pretty peaceful out there in Halcyon. I will say that, but I don't know if we're actually in the past, but it is kind of peaceful out there. So Halcyon, that's the word of the day. Now, the lessons of life today is something that we all, if we humble ourselves, we will understand what I'm about to say. If we get off who we think we are and remember sometimes whose you are, and you may can, you may can. Today's lesson of life is two words that can change you, and it can change the people that hear them from you. 2 words. Sometime, somewhere, sometime in your life, you will understand that there is healing in these 2 words. Just 2. All right. Well, yeah, 2 words. Yeah, 2 words. It's kind of like 3 words, but we're going to put an apostrophe in there, and so that makes it 2 words. Okay. Anyway, sometime in your life, you will understand that there's healing in these 2 words, and those 2 words are, I am sorry. It's 3 words, but I'm sorry. Okay. Use them more often. You'll find that life gets a little bit easier if you do. All right. Good morning to you. It's the day in history. This is a Tuesday. It is the April the 26th, the 116th day of this year. It was on this day in 1865 that John Wilkes Booth, the assassin of President Abraham Lincoln, was surrounded by federal troops near Port Royal, Virginia, and killed. In 1564, William Shakespeare was baptized in the Holy Trinity Church in Stratford-upon-Avon, someplace or close to that name in England. In 1607, English colonists went ashore in present-day Cape Henry, Virginia, on an expedition to establish the first permanent English settlement in the Western Hemisphere. In 1777, during the American Revolutionary War, a 16-year-old Sybil Ludington, the daughter of militia commander Dutchess of Dutchess County, New York, rode her horse into the night to alert her father's men of the approach of the British regular troops. 1933, Nazi Germany's infamous secret police, the Gestapo, was created. 1945, Marshal Henry Philippine, or some close to that, the head of France's government during World War II, was arrested. In 1968, y'all get that name later on, tell me how the hell you pronounce that. 1968, the United States exploded beneath the Nevada desert a 1.3 megaton nuclear device called Boxcar. 1977, the legendary nightclub Studio 54 had its opening night in New York City. In 1986, an explosion and fire at the Chernobyl nuclear power plant in Ukraine caused radioactive fallout to begin spewing into the atmosphere. Dozens of people were killed in the immediate aftermath of the disaster, while the long-term death toll from the radiation poisoning is believed to have numbers in the thousands. In 1989, actress comedian Lucille Ball died at Cedars-Sinai Medical Center in Los Angeles at the age of 77. 1994, voting began in South Africa's all-race elections. resulting in victory for the African National Congress and the inauguration of Nelson Mandela as president. China Airlines Flight 140, a Taiwanese Airbus A300, crashed while landing in Japan, killing 264 people. There were 7 survivors. In 2006, Whitney Surak and Laura Van Ryn, 2 students at Indiana's Taylor University, were involved in a van truck collision that killed 5 people in the tragic mix-up that took 5 weeks to resolve. A seriously injured and comatose Surak was mistakenly identified as Van Ryn, who was actually died in the crash and buried by the family of Miss Surak. In 2008, the police in Amstetten, something like that, Austria, arrested Josef Fritzl, freeing his daughter Elizabeth and her 6 surviving children whom he had fathered while holding her captive in the basement for 24 years. Fritz, who was later sentenced to life in a psychiatric ward. Okay then, 6 kids. 13 years ago, the United States declared a public health emergency as more possible cases of swine flu surfaced from Canada to New Zealand. Officials in Mexico City closed everything from concerts to sports matches to churches in an effort to stem the spread of the virus. U.S. Secretary of State Hillary Rodham Clinton made an unannounced visit to Lebanon, where she met with President Michel Suleiman. That's right, I got it. Okay, Suleiman. Yeah, I got it. Okay. I know my superior brain caught that right quick. 8 years ago, President Barack Obama opened the first visit by the U.S. president to nearly half a century to Malaysia, the 3rd stop on his week-long goodwill trip through Asia. A British helicopter crashed in southern Afghanistan, killing five NATO troops. And that's some of the things that have happened on this day in history. Not everything, because history is everything every man, woman, and child has ever seen, heard, or done. So nobody's going to ever tell you all of history. I'm sure trying to figure out how you get a degree in history. There's no way in the world you know everything about history. I'll talk to Brubaker about that. But you can't know everything about history. So how they give a degree in it? Maybe okay, they should give you a degree in practicing history, because you'll never know it all. Nobody does. You can know the part that you want to. Okay, so it should be like a medical degree where you never know everything about medicine. You merely practice medicine. Okay, so you're practicing medicine, kind of like practicing law, because it changes every day anyway. Okay, I'm just saying, that's my one thing. And yeah, we need to talk about this new superintendent we get. I don't know the guy. I'm gonna have to see if I have a conversation with him before he takes the reins. Right, but he getting a lot of money. I mean, he ain't did nothing yet. All right, who's this? I ain't taking calls yet until I say I'm taking. What do you mean I hung up on calls? After 3. Well, what?
I gave you the answer already. That it's about the fact that that reason I said that these police officers are being undertrained, because when they go out there and get scared and shit, they shoot somebody.
They ain't been. I don't think they've been undertrained. I think they don't want the hassle of arresting. Yeah, okay, but that's why they train you though. Right. But you know why they're watering it down? Wait a minute, you know what? They're watering it down because policemen are getting tired of being called racist on one hand by the public, and then wait. No. They can handle the job. It's the politics of it. It's the politics of it.
When the guy talking about the police officer,
right?
And the guy had his back turned to him, walking away from him, but he shot it.
Well, again, it's the politics of it. It's not. Yeah. Well, to be honest, you shouldn't send a new recruit, a new policeman in that community by himself. Right, by himself anyway. Okay. Evidently, the citizens of that area had called and complained about their cars being broken into. So he was stopping everybody, I guess, that time of morning. Well, okay. Well, you can if you can try to. I gotta go, man. Time's up. I gotta go. Time's up. We'll be back next hour.
News update on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, I'm Bethany Davis in the WSFA 12 newsroom. MPS new superintendent's contract is approved. Dr. Melvin Brown will be the highest paid superintendent in system history.
And he ain't did nothing yet.
$1,000 salary is $25,000 more than his predecessor. That deal also includes a $1,000 monthly vehicle allowance, $10,000 in moving expenses, and a $1,500 housing allowance for 6 months. Dr. Brown's first official day as superintendent will be July 1st. He'll have 15 days before that to work with and ask questions of current superintendent, Dr. Ann Roy Moore, before she retires. The city of Montgomery and Montgomery County are working together to figure out how to spend millions of dollars in the American Rescue Plan Fund. They are working to identify projects that will benefit local residents and have until 2026 to spend the funds. Next steps include each governing body voting on these priorities. Residents still have time to fill out a survey on montgomerythrives.org. That's the news for this Tuesday morning. I'm Bethany Davis in the WSFA 12 newsroom.
WLWI AM is News Radio 1440. Also heard on 95.1 HD3.
This is the CBS World News Roundup, sponsored by Rocket Mortgage.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. A flurry of diplomacy and a warning from Russia to Ukraine. Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov cautioned Ukraine not to provoke World War III before he met with UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres in Moscow. Here's Guterres.
We are extremely interested in finding ways in order to create the conditions for a ceasefire as soon as possible.
At the same time, the U.S. Defense Secretary hosted officials from 40 countries in Germany. Pentagon correspondent Cammie McCormick.
Lloyd Austin said the gathering reflects the galvanized world.
Russia's invasion is indefensible, and so are Russian atrocities.
Together, the U.S. and its allies have donated $5 billion worth of security equipment to Ukraine, but Austin warned more will have to be done.
The White House is announcing plans to make the hard-to-get antiviral pill Paxlovid available to more people infected with COVID. CBS News medical contributor Dr. David Agus.
To me, it's game-changing. I have seen patients of mine who, when I put them on Paxlovid, literally a day later, they feel dramatically different.
Paxlovid's been shown to reduce hospitalizations and deaths from COVID by 90%. CBS News correspondent Robert Costa has obtained text messages between White House officials and Republicans sent before, during, and after the January 6th attack. One is from the former president's son.
Donald Trump Jr. warned he's got to condemn this expletive ASAP. And from Georgia Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene, this newly revealed plea: please tell the president to calm people. This isn't the way to solve anything.
Incidents of religious hatred in the U.S. are headed in the wrong direction. Here's CBS's Jim Krasula.
The Jewish civil rights organization, the Anti-Defamation League, says there were a record number of anti-Semitic incidents in the U.S. last year. The group found there were more than 2,700 incidents of assault, harassment, and vandalism in 2021. That was a 34% increase from the previous year.
Elon Musk scores high marks for his deal to take over Twitter with the man who co-founded the company. Jack Dorsey's tweeted his endorsement. He says Musk's goal of creating a platform that's maximally trusted and broadly inclusive is the right one. Shareholders still need to vote on the agreement. A Princess Bride star is smarting.
We'll soon destroy a stained glass window as an artist like yourself.
Cary Elwes has shared a graphic picture of his finger misshapen and bruised after he was bitten by a rattlesnake. The actor says he's recovering after he was airlifted to UCLA Medical Center. He was attacked near his home in Malibu. This is CBS News.
The World News Roundup is presented by Rocket Mortgage. When you need cash out of your home, and a simple way to get it, Rocket can.
Millions of people use Zoom Phone, the innovative and feature-rich cloud phone system for businesses of any size. Zoom Phone is simple to use, whether you're on a mobile device, desktop, laptop, or desk phone. And because every call is important to your business, Zoom Phone was built with reliability in mind, using geographic redundancy to keep your communications online. Empower your workforce with Zoom Phone. Visit zoom.com/phone system. Zoom, how the world plays.
Hey, is this line secure? Franco cybersecurity firm secured a contract, and that's all we're allowed to say. We have a green light on hiring. He needs web security professionals with a military background. 3 teams of 4, 24-hour rotations, but Protocol Zulu is on a need-to-know basis. Indeed can help him hire great people fast. I need Indeed. Indeed you do. You can schedule and conduct virtual interviews right from the Indeed dashboard, so you can stay organized and connected all the way to the hire. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
A small group of video game workers wants to unionize in Wisconsin.
Workers at Raven Software will vote next month to become the first union at a major U.S. video game publisher. Raven is a division of Activision Blizzard, which makes the popular gaming franchise Call of Duty. There are just 21 workers at its Wisconsin office, but experts say if they unionize, it could cause a big shakeup for workers based in California. The company recently settled a federal civil rights lawsuit there over claims that management ignored sexual harassment and discrimination against female employees. Monica Ricks, CBS News.
Ed Sheeran is lending a hand to devastated Ukrainians. He says he'll donate all the video royalties from his song Two Step. It was shot in Kyiv in February, just before Russia invaded. Sheeran says the money will go toward humanitarian relief. He calls Ukraine a proud and resilient country. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
It's a fact. Guys hate going to the doctor. But when it comes to erectile dysfunction and low testosterone issues, men from all over Montgomery have been thrilled seeing Dr. Alderson and the providers at Montgomery Men's Health. Men all the way up to 95 years old have jump-started their sex drive and energy levels. Lots of men suffer with ED for years, but now they're able to enjoy sex again. Tom from Montgomery said, Montgomery Men's Health has changed my life. I have been able to be intimate with my wife for the first time in 5 years. She thought this problem was because of her, but the pills never worked for me. I had given up until I went to the clinic and realized there were more options for erectile dysfunction. Now I'm happy and my wife is happy. A visit for only $99, and that includes all testing, including a PSA and testosterone test. Give the guys at the clinic a call at 334-440-3663. That's 334-440-3663. Or go to MontgomeryMen'sHealth.com.
Being here with Just Blinds in Prattville, I want to keep you from experiencing the disappointment of buying your next blinds or shades from one of those big box stores, or even worse, from one of those internet companies with lots of empty promises and cheap products made outside of the USA. Just Blinds is committed to delivering the best in American-made window treatments and the latest in motorization and smart home options. Don't be disappointed. Visit Just Blinds showroom in Prattville today or online at gojustblinds.com.
Paid for by Christian Care Ministry.
Let's see, if something costs less, but people are happier with it, that sounds like something to look into, and that's Medi-Share. Maybe you've heard switching to Medi-Share to pay for healthcare can save the typical family $500 a month, and that's huge, but it's also true that people are way more satisfied after making the switch, too. The customer satisfaction rate for Medi-Share is double that of the typical health insurance plan. Medi-Share works. It's been around for more than a quarter century, and members have shared more than $3 billion of each other's bills. People love having telehealth and a huge nationwide PPO network. So, yeah, you can save a ton and like it better. Imagine being happy with how you're taking care of your health care. So if you're self-employed or part of the gig economy, or you just want a plan you're happy with, you can call right now and get a price within 2 minutes. Very, very smart use of 2 minutes. Here's the number you need. 855-51-BIBLE. That's 855-51-BIBLE. 855-51-BIBLE.
This is the Sean Hannity Show. Join me every afternoon at 2 right here on News Radio 1440.
All right.
Make me whole.
Okay. Another Teddy P for you. Go ahead, Teddy. Good morning to you. It's time to rise and shine. When I woke up, yesterday when I found out about and again, I'm all for people making good money if they're producing. I'm all for that. I'm good. I mean, I think but I think we went a little bit overboard on this one. How the guy gets in, I hope he does a good job. But how many times? And I'm talking about the new superintendent that we have. They have put in office. I would like to know how they came up. And this was a unanimous decision to hire Dr. Melvin Brown, which is good. I mean, he seemed like a good guy, but I think, I believe that people ought to prove themselves. I mean, this ain't football. You don't get to pay for what you did. You get paid for what you're doing. And I'm just thinking, just maybe we gave a little bit more money than we needed to give on this. I mean, wow, it is. But anyway, but again, and I just got some concerns about this. It's that's a lot of money at a salary of $255,000 per year plus. Now, and this is what gets me. Now, here's what I don't get. Why in the hell at $255,000 a year you need $1,000 a month for car stuff? I mean, why? I don't get a car allowance at my job. All right, and I go all over the city. Okay, I'm just saying, why? $250, that's $250,000. A little bit more than $250,000. Oh, no, $250,000. Yeah. I mean, a year. I'm just saying, I mean, is he related to somebody on the board? I mean, just saying. Woo! Good morning, who's this? Yes. I'm doing fine. It did not say that. It did not say that. There was no insinuation. I mean, there was just no insinuation. Don't add things to what wasn't there. It was not about Sunday school. Okay, I want to let you speak, but it was not on Sunday school. It was about what you. Okay. So let's Ed. Listen, if you like Ed, if you like Sunday school, so be it. You just go to Sunday school. Don't let nobody turn you around. But I'm tired of hearing about it. I know I'm tired of hearing about it. Just go on something else. Go on something else. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. All right then. All right then. Good morning. Good morning. How you doing? Halcyon, yeah. Yeah. What? Willoughby. That's right. You remember? That's right. Willoughby. Yeah. That's what it is. Yeah. Everything's weather's perfect. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I do. I don't know why Ed's always on my tail about Sunday school. Sunday school ain't nowhere in the Bible. But if you want to go right ahead. Yeah. What else on your mind? Well, they provoke something. I don't know if it's thought, but they provoke something. That's true. I understand. Yes, I understand. Yeah.
Anyway, training is like law enforcement officers on an average get 14 weeks of training. And they got to cover about 50 different topics during that 14 weeks, not including firearms qualification training, and that takes about a week. And then if they don't up to snuff, they got to do more, and then they got to do the driving course and all that. But in 14 weeks, compare that to a doctor that goes to medical training for about 8 years, and if they do a fellowship or go into a specialty field, it can be longer. And the number one cause of death in this country is heart disease. Number 2 is cancer. And number 3 is medical malpractice, not law enforcement malpractice. And if you go on down the list, you're not going to die in the top 10 or the top 15 from law enforcement. But what I'm saying is a doctor with 8 years of medical experience, training, expertise, they make mistakes. And a lot of them you never hear about because they're covered up. The medical community covers them up, they pay out, and then they get a letter of reprimand and they start being a doctor again. But see, we hold law enforcement to this gold standard now, and they're never going to reach it. They're never going to reach it. I'll give you 2 examples. This weekend in South Carolina, about maybe just after midnight, a police officer was killed responding to a domestic violence call. There's no media frenzy. There's no outcry. And then in Houston, Sunday after midnight, a security guard tried to take a subject into custody. He went to his car and there was a struggle and the security guard shot and killed him. There are no riots. There is no cry on CNN for this. Why is that, Mayor?
Well, there's a lot of times there's no political advantage.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
And I never put a criminal in jail. And he said to me, "Oh, by the way, officer, I just want to let you know I'm a Republican, or I could be a Democrat, if that would help." They're all criminals. They're all criminals. And we got to get back, we've got to get out of this war with law enforcement, because what's going to happen is we're going to lose. We're going to lose. And you don't want that to happen. You're going to have anarchy. You're going to have the streets taken over. But maybe one day somebody will figure it out smarter than me. Have a good day, man.
All right. Appreciate it. As a matter of fact, somebody told me this weekend evidently there's some great rapper or something do something. I don't exactly know what it is, but evidently they shut down some streets in Montgomery, for the celebration or whatever it is. Evidently it's a yearly thing. I don't really have a problem with block parties as long as people know that that's what's going on. I don't have a problem with block party as long as they don't get too crazy and get out of hand. They start shooting guns all over the place. Now I'm good, but evidently there was something going on. But more importantly, we need to talk about this big salary that we're giving Dr. Melvin. And again, I think people are entitled to a good pay. That's not my issue. But we keep paying people before they do the job. Okay? Again, Dr. Melvin Brown, who's coming on board on June the 1st. But now listen to what he gets. I ain't mad at the brother. I like his personality. I listen to him a little bit. But again, we need to put some metrics involved here so people know, that we're moving. But the salary, at a salary of $255,000 per year, and that's over $250,000. Okay, $1,000 a month for car allowance for 12 months. So that's another $12,000. Now, $1,500 housing allowance for 6 months. So let's do the math. Okay. $1,062 times 15 days with Dr. Moore, and that's 10 grand. But why are we paying him a salary and we're going to pay him to walk around and observe? He could be doing that now. Matter of fact, hell, he ought to quit his job what he got now and just come on up here. Since we're paying him all this money, I'm just saying, why does he need $10,000? I mean, why does he need 1,000 times? No. That's $15,000. It seems $1,062 times 15 days with Dr. Moore. I mean, why do we need that? I mean, he this ain't OJT for him. He's already in the business. Now I can understand if he was a military guy taking over and had to get acclimated to the school system, but this guy's already a superintendent. Now I hope maybe this is wrong. Maybe it's not $1,000 times 15 days. Okay. So let me get this right. Okay, the $10 movie. Okay, $10,000 movie. Okay, I ain't too toe up about the $10,000 help a move. I mean, when I moved in the Army. They paid for me to move too. So I can't get on that one. But I ain't got one of them moves in a long time. All the other moves I had to pay for them. Anyway, let me see what this is. Good morning. Yes.
How you doing this morning? I'm gonna say it now.
I'm doing fine.
Boy, you had it again. Y'all, when Dr. Moore come, y'all bitch and whine about what she was getting. Y'all said she was getting too much money. You say y'all want to get rid of her. You and your little group out there. Now you got another superintendent. Now you bitching about his money. Why don't y'all just leave it alone?
No.
No. I look at you now, like this. Give me my little 2 or 3 minutes. Now, you don't have nothing else to talk about?
My money that I exactly. So I'm just talking about my part.
Look, you can't do nothing about it. Y'all say y'all didn't want her. You wanted to get rid of her. You wanted to get somebody. Now you have
nobody said no. Nobody said that. Dr. Moore decided to call it a day.
Y'all talk about it from day one, just like you're doing this man.
Well, personally,
I'm not gonna stop talking about him.
Wait a minute.
Talk about him from the
Okay.
until he leaves.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question.
Y'all ran Dr. Estelle away. You ran Dr. Thomas away. You ran all of them away. Y'all not gonna be satisfied. Well, let me ask you something. Let me ask you something.
Okay, let me.
I'm concerned about this. You know, you big time talker.
Yes, I am. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Why don't y'all talk about the war over there in Ukraine?
What can we do about it? What can we do about it?
Talk about it. You can't do nothing about Dr. Brown. But you're talking about it.
Well, but I come closer to doing something about that than I do what's happening in Ukraine.
No, you can't. And then everything's going up. Y'all don't want the cost of living to go up. You don't want minimum wage to go. But you can talk about that, because I tell you what, you got some Putin here. You don't want to acknowledge, because you can't acknowledge it. Right here in this city, you got something in the state. And if they get the power, they'll do the same thing who to run roughshod over 4 folks. 4 whites and 4 blacks, they'll run roughshod over us. So I'm in that category. And that's what they doing. They won't talk to you. You can't get nothing done about them. But see, I'm going to tell you something. It's coming now.
I hear you.
Because, all y'all have went to sleep. When that guy went to sleep for 20 years, Van Winkle?
That's him.
See, so a lot of y'all have went to sleep just like he did. And when you wake up, the revolution going to be right there knocking at your door. Okay? Because you won't even talk about it.
You want to beat up on this man. The man ain't got the job. You can't do nothing about it.
Well, we may not. I know, but let me get this word in. We may not want to do anything about it. My deal is that he hasn't put pen to pencil on one, not even one policy change. He's not in office yet. So and looking at what I'm seeing here, we're going to pay this guy for the first year $301,937. He asked to leave. He asked to leave.
He got to bring his family. He got to relocate.
Right.
He got to buy him a home to live in, all that.
Wait a minute. He volunteered for it. He volunteered for it.
No, he didn't volunteer for it. Y'all say y'all wanted to get rid of Dr. Moore.
Dr. Moore's retiring. She's retiring. She's retiring. Yeah.
The school system got messed up.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But you don't want to attack them people.
So you don't think we ought to get something? You don't think we ought to see some proof of life, proof of accomplishment before we pay that kind of money?
Listen, y'all don't want that. Y'all just want something to talk about.
All right.
Why don't you talk about all these people that man's killing over there, and you been see, y'all don't want to talk about it because President Biden, he did. You want to talk about him like he crazy, he this and he that. He keeping you and your sons and my sons and other people's children from going over there. But y'all hate him. So you won't say he trying to do a good job. You won't even talk about it.
That man don't even know what room. That man don't even know what room he in. Oh, that's what you say. Okay, it ain't one of them.
If Trump would have been in, he'd have been right there with Putin.
Okay.
And give him Putin stuff to continue to do what
Okay.
he was doing.
And again, now because I don't know that relationship. We don't want to talk about him.
You feel safe. And then another thing, I'm gonna get on another thing. Like Mr. Boyd said yesterday, you got this police officer, and you tried that felt your pay grade. Like the guy told you, he run this guy down and shot him in the back.
That's been taken care of. It's gone. It's been adjudicated. Okay.
They gave him another day to talk about.
He going to jail. He going to jail.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
If it would have been you or your son, he would have went to jail the same day.
Well.
No, but see, that's okay, but you're scared to talk about that.
Well, it's already been adjudicated. No, it hasn't. Yes, it has been.
You haven't been. They keep talking about
all right.
But I wouldn't leave it alone.
Okay. I hope we leave that one alone. I just why keep bringing up something that's already been adjudicated? It's a done deal. Mr. Cody Smith is going to jail. I mean, what else can we do? But it's part of the process. We got folks. I read in the paper the other day. We had a guy who was out on parole again, get involved in shooting somebody. Okay, so he ain't the only guy that gets out doing going through the process. It happens all over this town. We take people downtown. We put them in jail. Judge says, okay, give them some bail. And of course, we do have a constitution. I can't really forget about it. But what you want me to do about it? Again, I'm just saying, $301,000 for the first year of work. That's a lot of money for not to have done anything yet. I can see if he's on the job, 1 year already, and he's done a hell of a job, and there's order in the classroom, there's pride in what we do. Our education system has come up. Shoot, yeah, give them more. But we do it backwards. We pay you a whole lot on the front end before you even in, and then when it does end, you take all the ends. I'm just saying. We'll be back. I'm just a little bit confused.
Weather forecast on News Radio 1440.
Sponsored by Staples
Staples Stores. Staples Print and Marketing Services help small businesses print big with wide format signs and banners. Right now, get $10 off custom printed signs, banners, and posters when you spend $50 or more. Offer ends 5/28. Visit staples.com/signage for details. This is your sign to print big at Staples.
Cold front is actively pushing across the area this morning, and it will clear all of Alabama by lunchtime. That will allow a few showers through the morning into the afternoon, but a lot of us will stay dry. Any showers today will be light and widely scattered. It will also turn a little breezy this afternoon with a wind out of the north, 10 to 15. Temperatures cooler, mid-70s to upper 70s for most of us tonight. Much cooler, upper 40s, clear skies, upper 70s, and sunshine on Wednesday. That's your first alert forecast. I'm meteorologist Tyler Seabury for News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch traffic brought to you by Brubaker Motors. It's better at Brubaker on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, Montgomery. Right now, things are looking good. Nothing's being reported by the authorities to send anyone on an alternate route.
Trying to get me another chair.
Well, you keep listening.
I need a chair.
Reinhardt Crackle has a great selection of vehicles. Great people, great buys. See Jamie, Audrey, or Hank for all makes and models at Reinhardt Crackle. Buckle up into the law for Montgomery Skywatch traffic. This is Major Delay.
Why are you driving around town on old tires? Do you like living dangerously? Say no to old, bald, and dangerous. All your tire needs, Chico's Auto Pros, 239-9510.
Hey, hear me at my new time right here on the same great station. It's all happening every afternoon at 2, right here on News Radio 1440.
Shop the Rustic Furniture Outlet at American Aikenmore.
Handmade solid wood rustic furniture at factory direct prices.
Up to 70% off every day.
How can we sell so cheap?
Because we are a direct outlet for the factory.
We have over 1,500 items in stock available for immediate pickup or have it delivered.
Plus, we have truckloads arriving weekly.
Bedroom suites, table and chairs, occasional tables, entertainment center, consoles, gun cabinets. If it's rustic, we got you covered.
The Rustic Furniture Outlet, Wetumpka Highway, next to American Oak and more. This is Cody Wolf from American Oak and more. This is your special invitation for our 28th anniversary sale going on now. For a limited time, everything at American Oak and More's inventory catalog and special orders is 50% off the top tag price. That's right, half off. Living room, dining room, bedroom, home office, and outdoor. Interest-free financing available. Hurry, sale ends soon. Mattress accessories and cozy excluded.
I've been saying for almost 30 years.
Got questions about your roof? River Region Contracting has the answer. Google River Region Contracting today or visit their website, riverregioncontracting.com.
Matt Parsley with the Car and Truck Sales. Are you looking to sell your car? Want to sell it on the spot? Well, we're buying cars on the spot with no trade-in required. Cars, trucks, vans, SUVs, all makes and models. Cash out today. Selling your car privately or online can be a hassle. Fielding phone calls from potential buyers, some serious, most not, plus a handful of swindlers and a whole lot of online broken promises. We'll make the experience simple, safe, and easy. Just stop by one of our 2 locations, relax, and one of our acquisition specialists will inspect the car and provide you with a free Carfax report, a $39.95 value. You'll get our budget Best Buy offer to compare. Bud Car and Truck Sales, 2 locations, 61 Midvale Parkway, Montgomery, next to Fraser Church, 244-9777, or in Prattville, 508 McQueen Smith Road, across from Walmart, 358-0444, and we'll come to you there. Check us out online at buybudgetonline.com.
Are you a patient who has been diagnosed with sleep apnea and are being treated with a Philips CPAP machine that has been recalled? There's another successful way to treat this problem, and that is with the Oral Sleep Appliance. It is recommended by the American Academy of Sleep Medicine for anyone who cannot tolerate or use CPAP. It is covered by most medical insurances and is offered by Dr. Michael Irwin, a Montgomery orthodontist who has been successfully treating sleep apnea patients for the last 30 years. Left untreated, the serious medical associations of high blood pressure, heart attack, strokes, and cardiovascular disease will remain and will only result in a decrease of your quality of life and significant medical expense. Oral sleep appliances have been used successfully to treat thousands of patients across the United States. A short no-cost evaluation
So
with
it
Dr.
comes to
Michael
that time of
Irwin
year.
to enlighten you about the possibility of alternative treatment. Call his office today at 279-6910. That's 334-279-6910.
Maybe you just really want it. Maybe you could really use it. Either way, you have to have it. And what if you can get whatever it is at a major discount? Items like a full year tuition, a boundary.
Parents should march to the school and complain about the classroom. Yeah, we should, but you can't get in there. They got police and they got the, you can't get in there. And when you go in there and say, can I speak to the principal? They look at you like you're stupid.
Right here on the same great station. It's all happening every afternoon at 2, right here on News Radio 1440.
Okay, we're back. Yeah, I just got something from my former daughter-in-law, who the grandkid's going to be graduating. Well, I'm not going to use the word graduation. They finally used they finally used a term that I can agree with, and I don't believe you graduate from kindergarten, okay? But they finally did use a term that I absolutely agree with when it comes to their moving on, okay? But to give kindergarten cap and gown, tell them they're graduating, that's crazy, okay? They say, hell, I already got one, so why do I need to go to school 12 more years for? I'm just saying. All right then. But I'll tell you about that in a second, because I'm going to there. I'm going, and I'm going to take them some apple sauce or something when I get there. Good morning. Who's this? Yes. Oh, yeah, I don't know. And guess what? You making my point. Why are we paying people all kinds of money who have not shown us that they can do what they say they can do? That's my point. Yeah. Yeah. Right. Mm-hmm. 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 Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you go most of these jobs nowadays, if you don't get your money up front, you might get a raise, you might not get a raise down the road. If you do good or bad. So get your money up front. How about it?
Again, evidently evidently that's what he's getting. So but how many but listen. Right. Listen, what we have hired a bunch of superintendents over the years since I have been. Right. But okay. Okay, and that's right. That's why we as the what's the word? The custodians of that money should be. I'm not hating on them. Listen. I got a child that goes to public school. Okay, and here's what I want. You shouldn't have to pay an exorbitant amount of money to get a good atmosphere for learning in public school. You shouldn't have to go to MA. Well, Saban is through. He can win. I ain't mad at him. He can win. Exactly. So that was a losing. That was a bad investment there. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. Appreciate it. Good morning. Who's this? Yes. Good morning. Go right ahead. Now, you know. Okay. All right. I don't know exactly, but it was my understanding sitting at one of those meetings that there are certain business leaders. Of course, now we never got the name of the business leaders who are willing to fund some of this out. Now, if that's the case, mm-hmm.
I want to know who those people are, and I would like to know as long as that person is here, if they're going to continue to pay the salary, or they're just going to pay a portion of it, and the money that they're utilizing. I bet you anything is taxpayers' money. So they're not putting, it's not something that they're doing like the Chamber of Commerce. They get money from the city, county, state, everybody. It's not their money. So they're not giving the money that they're utilizing, having the money that's the citizens' money.
That's right.
From these governmental entities. So copy, which is public information, will you please get a copy of that contract? See what stipulations there are in for his performance and everything. Because we tend in Montgomery, like I've said before, we tend to pay people before they even prove it.
Thank you. Thank you. That's my problem.
This person will be here. We'll be stuck with this person, just like we've been stuck with the rest of them, buying out this contract and all of this. This is serious, and I hope the public stays on this, because we don't need to continue to let these kids fail, and we're going to let it go on for 2 or more years and all of this. This is not benefiting our children.
I wonder, is there a termination clause? Yeah, I will, because I need to know, is there a termination clause in it? Yeah, I just... Yeah. Yeah.
I would also like to know the answer to the question, so people who would say we're putting up some
Yes.
money.
Yeah. I was at one of those meetings, and it was alleged. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, me too. Okay. Can I think they? Yeah, I don't think they putting anything on this one. This first 300,000. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Miguel.
How you doing? How you doing?
All right. Hey, this guy that's coming in, how many employees is he responsible for?
You mean where he is now, or when he comes here? I think there's I believe there's 3,000 to 4,000 people who are working for the whole system.
Okay. And then look at the population of the students.
Which is 29,000 the last time I checked.
He's working for cheap. And so now I said that to say this.
Mm-hmm.
The federal government gave Elon Musk $5 billion back in 2015 to up his company.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we didn't say nothing about him, how the government do these businesses that's failing, and then they come in and rescue these businesses, and then now Elon Musk is the wealthiest man in the country or in the world. But we don't say these things about where these monies go, because we always looking at something else that go along with it. Otherwise, people got a job.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, listen, I'm not against people being paid for performance, but we don't have any inkling of this guy. Is he going to get here after he signed the contract? And I just want to know.
That's the whole thing behind you putting the resume out there.
But resumes don't tell the whole story.
Well, that's your job to find the rest of it. Like I said, nobody knew the whole story about Elon Musk, but he's worth $259 billion.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay, but we don't say that the government gave him $5 billion to support him back in 2015 when the company was in trouble. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Still, the government still saved Elon Musk's company.
Okay, but and I hear you. Listen, I don't believe that the federal government should be in the business of choosing winners and losers. I totally agree with you on that, because if you come up with a business idea and it don't fly, that's on you, and that's still taxpayers' money. The same as this guy's getting paid. He's getting paid taxpayers' money. Again,
but we're not going to get rid of the government saving these companies.
Mm-hmm.
We like that because it's also part of our livelihood.
Right.
So now, I guarantee you, if in the world ever tried to pull up out of Florida, I guarantee you somebody's gonna come in and say, "No, don't do this. We're gonna save you," because that's a whole lot of folks in that corridor down at I-4.
Okay.
So all these things gonna come about. So this man probably, if you look at the amount of people he's responsible for and the kids in his school system, you probably got him at a cheap price.
Okay. Everybody doesn't have to think the way I think. I'm just saying that we always seem to pay people before they show us anything, and then if we don't like what they show us, and then we turn around and we got to pay out the contract.
Don't we have the politicians the same way?
No, that's true. But politicians are politicians. We can't do nothing about that. Yeah. Okay. All right. That's true. That is true. I'm with you. But they making $50,000 a year. Not. Oh, you're talking about the federal ones, yeah. Right. The federal ones do, but not the local guys. I mean, they make 50. Yeah, that's true. All right, hey, I appreciate. I can't argue with your logic there. I can't. But again, I'm tired of paying people just to be disappointed. Now, one of my texters just said, "Well, you have to pay people to attract talent." Well, if the talent is that good, paying wouldn't be a problem. We wouldn't be having this conversation. But looking at his resume, he's done a lots of things. But I don't know what his success record is at running those things. And Alabama is a place unlike any place in the United States I've ever lived. We, at one end of our state, we come up with rockets. We make equipment that goes to the moon and back and to Mars and all these kind of places. And then the other part of the state, we can barely get anybody to work in McDonald's that can count change if the lights go out. So we, you sit at McDonald's and the bill comes to $4.99. The guy gives you a $5 bill, and you're allowed to give him change back. Except beyond the penny. Or and Lord have mercy, don't make it $2.75 and you give him a $5 bill. If the machine wasn't there to tell us what the change was, we'd be in trouble. I'm just saying, but on the other side of Alabama, we got some of the smartest people in the history of science almost. So why can't we have the same thing regardless of what part of Alabama you have to live in? And Montgomery, Alabama has been a challenge in education. Good morning. Who's this? Good morning.
Kevin, you just said something that I wish you would go back and replay.
Okay.
You said I don't know anything about this guy's track record.
Right. I know his resume.
But you don't know anything about his track record. Which is his record of performance, right?
Right. But all that performance.
Hold on, but let me ask you. If you don't know anything about his record of performance, you say you don't know anything about his track record. Why would you spend so much time being critical of his salary?
Wait a minute, because he's making $100,000 more than he's making where he is, and we haven't done anything here yet.
But you don't know anything about his performance. You don't know anything about his track record. But all you're looking at is a number.
Well, let me ask. Well, no. Wait a minute. Don't numbers mean things?
But it's relevant. It's relevant, Kevin, to your position and what your experiences are. It's relevant.
Okay.
The lady that was a finalist from Selma, Alabama, went to New Orleans. She's making $300,000 a year. She was a finalist from Montgomery. She's making $50,000 more than the person that she succeeded. You have to pay, Kevin, if you want. We all say in this community, this is what the most critical hire in this area. Police chief. We all say that as a community.
Right.
It's going to be a critical hire.
Right.
If we say that that's a critical hire, but we choose to challenge, and you say, I don't know anything about his record of performance, I don't know anything about his achievements, I just know $275,000. That's a lot of money.
Well, for the first year, it's $301,000.
It's not that, but you want to make the numbers say what they say. He's getting a base salary,
right?
A compensation package.
Mm-hmm.
And if you look at any organization that's critical in this community, you'll be surprised what the CEO and executive directors make.
Hey, when they're making their own money, I'm good. But you asked me up.
It's not their own money. That's what I'm saying. It's not their own money. It's the community. Kevin, we talk about UPS, we talk about the jobs, we talking about
right.
Retaining citizens. This position is critical to the river region, to Montgomery.
Okay. Again, I'm just saying we seem to pay people, and then when they don't live up to our expectations, then we're paying them again.
That's why you negotiate, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you bring somebody in off the record of performance.
Mm-hmm.
After 3 years, it may pay more than that to keep him because somebody else may want it. But you have to, the exposure is important. It's important. I've hired people in my business and
right.
They make exorbitant amount of money based off their record. But if they don't perform, they don't get to stay. So as a business owner, that's just a loss for me. That's what I took a risk on based off their performance and based off their resume. Now, if they don't move up to that, we don't get to move forward.
Right.
As a business owner, I'm lost that because I took a chance on somebody's performance in their resume and their record of achievement.
Okay.
So that's why you have a 3-year contract.
That's a long time. Right. Right, because of its performance. Absolutely. Okay. Well, let me ask you now. Right. Mm-hmm. Okay. Now, I'm with you. But Brenda did make an interesting observation that I remember one of these meetings, business owners and everybody was saying, well, we will contribute to that. And has anybody contributed to that, Sal? Mm-hmm. Okay. All I know is I've been hearing the same. All I know, I've been hearing the same thing for years since I've been there. Every time we hire somebody, give them lots of money, and then they turn around and we're no better off than we were when we began. And they had great records too. I'm just saying, No, not in the fundamentals. No, I don't. The fundamentals is lack of chaos and an orderly classroom, and people who can maintain that order. Well, okay. Yeah, I don't care nothing about those. I don't care nothing about those things, those administrative things. At the end of the day, when my child goes into your classroom, like everybody's child, is he learning? Right, discipline and order. Yes, there's nothing more important than. Yeah. What's more important than discipline and order in the classroom? What's more important? we gonna get us a heat, bro. Okay. Right. I don't. Right. I again. That's all right. Appreciate it. Okay. Appreciate it. Got to take a break. We'll be back right after this. Right. Let them get cold. You can learn when you're cold.
So you only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
You only pay when you get
across the area this morning, and it will clear all of Alabama by lunchtime. That will allow a few showers through the morning into the afternoon, but a lot of us will stay dry. Any showers today will be light and widely scattered. It will also turn a little breezy this afternoon with the wind.
Nobody ever left a child out of public school
cooler, mid 70s to upper 70s for most of us tonight. Much cooler, upper 40s, clear skies, upper 70s, and sunshine on Wednesday. That's your first alert forecast. I'm meteorologist Tyler Seabury for News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch traffic brought to you by Brubaker Motors. It's better at Brubaker on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, Montgomery. Deansville Highway near the Hardys, right before Highway 14 in Millgrove. We've got a minor accident there. And the 2900 block of Atlanta Highway in front of the Kangaroo, that should be cleared up soon. Outside of that, we're looking good. Interstate system's moving smoothly. If you keep listening, we'll keep you posted. Whether your credit is excellent or just plain slow, a cash-out refinance or equity loan is just a call away. Call the 18 at MCS in Wetumpka, 567-9000, NLS 232876. Buckle up, it's the law. For Montgomery Skywatch Traffic, this is Major Delay.
Attention River Region listeners, take advantage of 4 new tires with no money down at Chico's Auto Pros, Montgomery's #1 rated tire store. Chico's Auto Pros.
Ron's Roofing knows that when a storm damages your roof, it's hard to know what to do next. Easy. Rely on the most trusted and recognized roofing name, Ron's Roofing. They'll help protect you from the next storm. Ron's Roofing understands that your roof is your home's first line of defense. That's why they work with all insurance companies to ensure that your home is protected from any unexpected storms. A job won't get the Ron's Roofing name on it unless it's done right. Visit ronsroofing.com or call 215-0070.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. But not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/trial. That's ZipRecruiter.com/trial.
If you've ever ordered food for work, you understand. It's different. There's just so much more at stake. Whether it's a meeting, a client call, or lunch with the office that has to arrive at the actual lunchtime, food for work has to work. That's why there's EasyCater. Food that's on time and as ordered from over 82,000 restaurants. And if there's a problem, rare, you can reach someone in seconds.
Thank you for calling EasyCater.
Some food just doesn't work at work, but EasyCater just does. Order 24/7 at EasyCater.com.
Susan, I'm sorry I'm late. Traffic is terrible.
It sure is. But on top of that, gas prices have been skyrocketing. I can't believe how expensive gas has gotten recently.
Prices at the pump are up, but I never pay full price for gas anymore. I just use the free Upside app that pays you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get paid cash when you buy gas with the Upside app?
Yes, I get real cash back every time I buy gas.
Does that actually add up to anything?
I've made around $200.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the free Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app now to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code FREE for a $5 bonus on your first tank. That's promo code FREE. You can cash out anytime right to your bank account, to PayPal, or an e-gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code FREE for a $5 bonus on your first tank. That's code FREE for a $5 bonus.
Hi, I'm Queen Latifah. Even with heart failure, my mother remained strong.
Because without strength, you lose hope. Together, we will rise above heart failure.
To help prevent, improve, or manage heart failure, go to riseabovehf.org.
You see miracles all the time at our children's hospital, but miracles never come easy. That's why, as great as children's hospitals are, they need our support to keep miracles happening. Put your money where the miracles are. Support your Children's Miracle Network Hospital.
It's Dan Bongino, every weekday from 2 till 5 p.m. right here on News Radio 1440. Depend on it.
Okay. I think I got time to take at least one more question, or one more call before I get out of here this hour. Good morning. Ooh, there we go. Good morning. Yes, sir. Yeah.
With all the issues on the table, it's amazing to me that we're actually making this the number one issue here Montgomery this morning. But we'll go with that. But one of the things you said a minute ago is about the northern part of Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
And you're right. Then the man to the moon, and on the other side. You know, it's ironic that you mentioned because I was just reading a situation back in 1957 when they gave some U.S. Alabama Congress the authority to come up with some engineering classes to teach people, because what had happened, we thought Russians couldn't do what we were doing, to find out that every time we invented something, they came right behind it. So they gave these congressmen an authorization to come up with some engineers all over Alabama and around the southern states, I believe, to counter what the Russians were doing. But the only problem was Alabama said we were doing only the Jim Crow laws in place. So if you look at the northern part of Alabama, what you got? More groups in his group. That's the area that you're talking about up there. That they did teach them engineering jobs, but yet again, the black belt counties down here, they look the other way because you know what I mean?
But did the people but did the people who represent that area do their due diligence to fight for these folks in the South? It seemed like to me that they need these folks in the black belt so they can always point to something that's not successful and get reelected. What are they doing? Right, and that was then, but we're talking about now. I realize that was then. Yeah. Right. Yeah, something y'all keep. Yeah. So. Okay, again, if I'll take all the money I can get if I can get it. I've got nothing to do with him. That's got something to do with us. I want some metrics in place to tell me how, you know. But again, it's not my call. Hey, I gotta run, bro. I gotta run. Time.
Okay, all right.
News update on News Radio 1440.
I'm Bethany Davis in the WSFA 12 newsroom. MPS new superintendent's contract is approved. Dr. Melvin Brown will be the highest paid superintendent in system history. His $255,000 salary is $25,000 more than his predecessor. That deal also includes a $1,000 monthly vehicle allowance, $10,000 in moving expenses, and a $1,500 housing allowance for 6 months. Dr. Brown's first official day as superintendent will be July 1st. He'll have 15 days before that to work with and ask questions of current superintendent, Dr. Ann Boy Moore, before she retires. The city of Montgomery and Montgomery County are working together to figure out how to spend millions of dollars in the American Rescue Plan funds. They are working to identify projects that will benefit local residents and have until 2026 to spend the funds. The next steps include each governing body voting on these priorities. Residents still have time to fill out a survey on montgomerythrives.org. That's the news for this Tuesday morning. I'm Bethany Davis in the WSFA 12 newsroom.
News Radio 1440 is WLWI AM and 95.1 HD.
This is CBS News on the Hour, your home for original reporting.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. The U.S. is rallying leaders from 40 countries to send more weapons to Ukraine to fend off Russian invaders. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin's hosting them in Germany.
Russia is waging a war of choice to indulge the ambitions of one man. Ukraine is fighting a war of necessity to defend its democracy, its sovereignty, and its citizens.
Russia's foreign minister is warning Ukraine not to provoke World War III.
Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov says the U.S. and its NATO allies are now in effect in a proxy war with Russian Kyiv with heavy weaponry, and that, he says, has elevated the risk of nuclear conflict. UK Armed Forces Minister James Heappey dismisses the accusations.
It's the Ukrainians who take the targeting decision, not the people who manufacture or export the kit.
Heappey says the Russians' veiled nuclear threat is more bark than bite, for now anyway. Vicky Barker, CBS News, London.
The White House wants to make the COVID pill Paxlovid available to more infected Americans. Correspondent Nancy Cordes says it'll post locations for pharmacies that offer both testing and treatment.
In order to work, antivirals like Paxlovid need to be taken starting within the first 5 days of the onset of the illness. And that's why expanding this test to treat program where people can do everything in one fell swoop is going to be so important.
Studies show the pill reduces the risk of hospitalizations and death from COVID by 90%. The Supreme Court hears arguments today over a Trump-era policy requiring asylum seekers to wait on the other side of the Rio Grande. CBS's Tom Hansen.
The Supreme Court will hear oral arguments over America's Remain in Mexico policy. The Trump-era rule requires migrants at the southern border to wait outside the U.S. for their asylum hearings.
President Biden abolished the policy on his first day in office. The federal judge reinstated it in December. United Airlines is counting on an uptick in Americans traveling to Europe this summer. It's boosting the number of passenger flights by 25% over pre-pandemic levels. The Santa Fe Sheriff's Office has released video evidence in the deadly shooting on the set of Alec Baldwin's Western Rust. It includes footage of officers questioning the actor.
A cold gun with no rounds inside or dummy rounds, cosmetic rounds, no flash.
Are you still waiting for money back from the government? CBS's Naomi Ruckham.
The IRS says even if you filed a last-minute return, 9 out of 10 refunds have arrived within 21 days this season.
S&P futures are down 20. Dow futures off 186. This is CBS News.
There's always something new under the sun. CBS Mornings, weekdays on CBS.
Let's see, if something costs less, but people are happier with it, that sounds like something to look into, and that's Medi-Share. Maybe you've heard switching to Medi-Share to pay for healthcare can save the typical family $500 a month, and that's huge, but it's also true that people are way more satisfied after making the switch, too. The customer satisfaction rate for Medi-Share is double that of the typical health insurance plan. Double. Medi-Share works. It's been around for more than a quarter century, and members have shared more than $3 billion of each other's bills. People love having telehealth and a huge nationwide PPO network. So, yeah, you can save a ton and like it better. Imagine being happy with how you're taking care of your health care. So if you're self-employed or part of the gig economy, or you just want a plan you're happy with, you can call right now and get a price within 2 minutes. Very, very smart use of 2 minutes. Here's the number you need. 866-88-BIBLE. That's 866-88-BIBLE. 866-88-BIBLE.
A young man in Florida may think twice before he thinks about committing another act of intolerance.
A judge has ordered 20-year-old Alexander Jerich to write a 25-page essay about the 49 people killed in the 2016 Pulse nightclub shooting in Orlando. The Lake Worth Beach, Florida man admitted to defacing an LGBTQ street mural with his truck's squealing tires in Delray Beach. Another motorist videoed the incident with the man's truck flying a Donald Trump flag and posted it to social media. Jim Crisula, CBS News.
You'll be able to grab a burrito, sit back, and enjoy the show at a Taco Bell. The Tex-Mex chain is launching a new 5-stop drag brunch at Cantina locations in 5 cities. It's hosted by Drags K Cedilla, with help from local queens and kings celebrating the LGBTQIA. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
Money. The 25K Workday Payday. It's all about money. It's your national keyword to win $100. Text SMILE, SMILE, SMILE to 95819. Standard messaging rates apply. Don't text and drive. We'll text back to confirm your entry. If you win, you'll be entered to win a grand prize of $25,000. It's the 25K Workday Payday on News Radio 1440.
City of Montgomery Department of Cultural Affairs is calling all creative minds.
Cultural Affairs.
Engage, enlighten, and elevate a diverse, inclusive cultural arts community. They're committed to strengthening and showcasing organizational and individual cultural endeavors.
Community affairs.
This cause, they're seeking individual artists, artisans, advocacy groups, schools, and avid patrons of the arts. If this is you, visit montgomeryal.gov and click on the Cultural Affairs page to register to be part of Montgomery's creative community.
Matt Parsley, Budget Car and Truck Sales, Montgomery and Prattville. I just got back from my doctor's office, and he told me I need to turn down the stress a notch or two, and that's got me in a real pickle. So, to relieve the stress, I'm going to make it possible for people to buy with just a nickel. Most dealers require $1,000, $2,000, or even $5,000 down. At Budget Car and Truck Sales, you can drive a like-new car, truck, van, or sport utility with just a nickel down. Stress-free. Are credit problems in the past keeping you stressed out? My credit approval process will take the stress away. Owe too much on your trade? We'll pay you up to $4,055 for any trade. Stress-free. If gas prices are stressing you out, the Nickel Pickle sale will help you out. Stress-free. We are the people's car dealer. Budget Car and Truck Sale, 61 Mendel Parkway, next to Fraser Church, or in Prattville, 508 McQueen Smith Road, across from Walmart.
We still call it good.
Talk Wireless now has the new iPhone 13 with cinematic mode, which lets you focus on what matters. And with Straight Talk, you can focus on getting the best deal. Our Silver Unlimited plan is just $45 a month for unlimited talk, text, and data. And it runs on the largest, most dependable networks, now with nationwide 5G. With the iPhone 13 on Straight Talk, you can share whatever you want, wherever you want. Straight Talk Wireless. 5G capable device required. Actual availability, coverage, and speed may vary. See terms and conditions at straighttalk.com.
There are so many words to describe Panera's new Chef's Chicken sandwiches. The chicken, juicy, succulent, seared. The brioche roll, buttery and toasty. The Parmesan crisps, crunchy, tangy. The
Let me see. Why didn't Kevin call this board? You mean why come aboard me?
Panera's new Chef's Chicken sandwiches. Enjoy $1 delivery fee when you order on our app. Restrictions apply. For details, visit panerabread.com/delivery info.
Y'all missing the point. You're missing the point here. It's not necessarily the money. Because we want good talent. We want people that are going to, and therein lies my problem. We don't seem to ever get what I like to have. We don't ever seem to get people that come in here, boots on the ground, kicking butt, taking names, and straightening things out. We get people who immerse themselves in the same environment that we already got right now, except now they make more money. Make a difference. Make a difference. Okay, I'm just tired. Do I really got to come up with the money and live outside and send my cat to private school so he can get a good education? Do I really got to pay that? I'm broke already.
Paid for by Christian Care Ministry.
Let's see, if something costs less, but people are happier with it, that sounds like something to look into, and that's Medishare. Maybe you've heard switching to Medishare to pay for healthcare can save the typical family
so that's my problem.
$500 a month, and that's huge. But it's also true that people are way more satisfied after making the switch too. The customer satisfaction rate for Medishare is double that of the typical health insurance plan. Medishare works. It's been around for more than a quarter century, and members have shared more than $3 billion of each other's bills. People love having telehealth and a huge nationwide PPO network. So, yeah, you can save a ton and like it better. Imagine being happy with how you're taking care of your health care. So if you're self-employed or part of the gig economy, or you just want a plan you're happy with, you can call right now and get a price within 2 minutes. Very, very smart use of 2 minutes. Here's the number you need.
So it's not about how much money he's making. It's about will he make a difference?
He's the voice of the conservative millennial. Ben Shapiro. The Ben Shapiro Show, tonight at 8 p.m. on News Radio 1440. Depend on it.
Getting ready to play. Sam was saying, I change will come. Otis was there, sitting on the Congress bay. There was a party in Sohead. Superstar.
Okay, we're right. We're here. We're ready to go. Somebody's been waiting online forever before I get to my other diatribe. Good morning. Good morning. Yes. Yeah, I saw his resume. Yeah, he's qualified. It's not an issue of qualification. Right. And I when Saban first got here and they paid all that money, but they keep telling me how bad the school system was. Yes, I did, but then they told me that the state of Alabama does not pay his salary. That money comes from Booster and people like that. So okay. Yeah. Well, again, I got my explanation. Again, there's a misnomer here that somehow, right? There's a misnomer here that somehow I don't want people to make a decent living for their educational background and their experience, and that's not so. If somebody wanted to pay me $200 to fix a computer, I'd take the $200, fix the computer, and keep on moving. That's not the. But I'm going to fix the computer. See, you see, that's tangible. When you give me. No. I'm not criticizing him personally because I really don't. No, I'm not. I'm criticizing the process. It is the process that I'm criticizing because we are going to allow people to come here. I've been there 30 years. You know how many superintendents I've gone through, and they all come here saying the same thing. And at the end of the day, when we boot them out of town, they still, as a matter of fact, Dr. Roy Moore, fortunately for her, she's not getting booted. She's retiring and she's leaving. And so, but when we boot them out of town, there's grooves in the freeway with the weight of the money that people take out of here when they leave. And we are still in no better shape educationally than we were. So my thing, again, I'm a one thing. If there's no order and discipline in the classroom, well, I got to tell you something. There is no, you ask anybody that has taken their kids out of public school, and I will bet you a TV dinner or whatever. You ask anybody that's taking their kids out of school, nobody will tell you they took their kid out of school because the Alabama school, the Montgomery school system was in red. Nobody. What they will tell you is that it's unsafe. Wait a minute. What they tell you, it's unsafe, disorganized, and chaotic. That's why people take their kids out of school. Okay.
When I was 8 years old, I started in the school.
Mm-hmm.
So I started in the system that I went through and worked in.
Okay. Then what happened to it? Then what happened to it?
Parents like you that do not put the full investment of this sales into the system. It's the problem of the system.
I'm not. Hey, I'm not getting paid. I'm not getting paid to put my nothing in the system. My job is to send I understand, but my job, but don't blame me. I'm not part of the school system. Right, I hear you. Right. Mm-hmm. Let me tell you what my job. Well, and maybe I got this wrong, and you can tell me. Okay, my job is to send my child to school ready for instruction. I don't send him to school. And that, so don't act like, but it's not my job to teach school at home. That's their job. Well, your job is to teach. Okay, whatever. I appreciate it. Good morning. Pretty good.
In Chicago, the fifth precinct superintendent make $179,000 a year. The 75th precinct make $215,000 a year. In the 90th precinct make $250,000 a year. Okay, and Mount Brooks. Can you compare Montgomery School to Mount Brooks School?
Not academically, I don't believe, but as far as numbers of students, I don't know.
Mount Brooks superintendent make $225. Cleveland superintendent make $219. Birmingham superintendent make $215. And Lee County, which is one of the top schools in the state of Alabama, superintendent make $255.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, it's a Montgomery. It's nowhere compared to.
Exactly. And for 30 years, we've been hearing how we're going to get another superintendent in, how it's going to get all better. And if there's no order in the class, no order in the school, there's no education going on. And if I have to take my child out of school this year, next coming up year, and try to get him in a private school, I'm gonna be one pissed off parent, because I got to tell you, you shouldn't have to do that in order to get a decent education in public school.
And also in Chicago, can you compare the job Montgomery superintendent pressure against Chicago?
Well, now looking at some of the things that what's going on in Chicago schools, I think that's just jail waiting to go to the other jail, because they don't really do much up there either, you know. So I don't know. Yeah. All right. Appreciate it. 860-1440 is the number. Good morning. Who's this? Yes.
You know, if you sold your house, you get comparables, what other prices of houses selling.
It's called comps. Yeah.
Yeah. Have you looked around Montgomery Alabama, what successful superintendents are making?
Well, no, because
$200,000.
Yeah, I mean, I just
heard the same story when Moore came in about you got to hire good people if you want lump. I want one of these sycophants that work for the Montgomery Public Schools call in and tell me what metric is more improved in the city of Montgomery schools. 70% of third graders can't read on level. High school are pathetic for ACT scores. So tell me what $220,000. Somebody tell me what $220,000 is got from more and more under what metric. One of these sycophants who work for the board could call in and tell it. But here's one thing. You know, Ford got $1,000 a month for her car expense. You know what she bought with it?
Well, what she bought was her business, I guess. You know.
She bought a new Corvette. I think it was 5 times. Was it the personalized tag?
Well, what she bought with the money is her business. I mean, you know, that's.
No, it's not a business because the money's given out for her to visit schools. That's any principal. I used to actually have relationships with several principals in Montgomery. I did things. But not one of them said that they should ever come visit the school. The last white guy used to come around. He knew every principal by their first names and stuff. But these people don't even visit the schools. So why do they need a car allowance to get them back and forth to work?
Well, that I don't know, but I guess they negotiate that.
Please tell me one metric that more and more has improved in Montgomery Public Schools, and I bet you we don't get one person to give us a specific answer.
Wait a minute. They did say we got our whatever the fund that is, emergency fund is back being funded now. Yeah, I don't know. It's not one I care about. Okay, it's not what I care about. But okay then. Appreciate it. I gotta take a break. I don't really care about that. I don't know what the metrics are. But I appreciate some. I just went to salary.com. The average medium salary for most superintendents in the state of Alabama is $157,000. And they go up to $220,000. But oh well, let's see who makes it. Let me see. Birmingham is that. Okay, so the medium in Birmingham is 159. So the highest one is 222, like the gentleman said. Anyway, we'll be back. But Birmingham's a lot bigger than Montgomery, isn't it? We'll be back right. But again, listen. If the guy can come here, I wouldn't care. We paid him $500,000. If my child could go to school and have an atmosphere where he actually feels good about where he is, where he has pride in what he's accomplishing, and he don't have to come home every day and tell me how bad it is, you know what? Give him $500,000, and he learns, and I can put him in front of any other school person and let them have a conversation. I don't care what we pay him. My issue is not the pay. My issue is what we're getting for the money. Now, I don't really know what we're going to get for the money, but I know one thing. I've been there 30 years, and it hasn't gotten any better. But we keep getting promised. We keep getting promised that it's going to be better. So we'll see. But again, not one parent that sends their child to private school that's willing to float that note every month because they can afford it has ever said, well, the reason why we send them to to private school is because our Montgomery County administrators cannot keep enough money in the rainy day fund. Or Johnson has been stealing money from the school board. No, nobody's ever said that. There's only one or two reasons why people send their kids to public school, to private schools: atmosphere and educational excellence. Okay, but now we do got a public-private thing called magnet schools, and I think, and listen, I think if it was really magnet, I wouldn't have no problem with it. But you cannot tell me that a 2.5 GPA is worthy of going to a magnet school. Let's make the magnet schools for those highly achieving young men and women who make me feel like a dummy. Okay, but when we take it out, when mediocrity gets to get into a magnet school, you know, I mean, I'm not one who wants to stay up to 2 o'clock in the morning doing homework. I'm sorry, I wouldn't do it. Okay, but I can read, write, do arithmetic, so that's all that matters to me. That's all I can. Anyway, it's one of those things. So ask most people why they took the kids out of public school. They will never tell you it's because of the administration. They would say it's the environment. So I got to tell you. So that's all I care about. I mean, I've been accused this morning of being a one-trick pony. Well, that's a pretty big trick. Okay, that's a pretty big trick. So I just want to make sure that we're on the same wavelength here. Order, lack of chaos, and discipline in our school. If you give the schools that, they will be able to compete with any school in the state of Alabama. I believe they would be. You know, order, lack of chaos, and discipline. And if they don't provide those things, then put them out. But we don't put them out. We give them a pill. We give them a pill and a diagnosis. Okay, and we send them back to class. Okay. Anyway, got to take a break. We'll be back. Uno momento. Okay.
And let me rub your back, baby. Ease the tension and the pressure building up inside of you.
Brubaker Motors. It's better at Brubaker on News Radio 1440.
Sponsored by Indeed.com. Finding a great hire can be a challenge. That's why there's Indeed. Their powerful hiring platform makes it easy to attract, interview, and hire candidates. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Good morning, Montgomery. Dietzl Highway near Hardy, right before Highway 14 in Millbrook. We've got a minor accident there.
That's what I'm talking.
2900 block of Atlanta Highway.
That's what we ought to call it. Transition ceremony. Okay, I can live with that.
Outside of that, we're looking good.
But don't say graduation. Come on.
You keep listening, we'll keep you posted. Whether your credit is
Let's not say graduation.
plain slow, a cash out refinance
Transition.
equity loan is just a call away. Call the 18 at MCS in Wetumpka, 567-9000, NLS 232876. Buckle up, it's the law. For Montgomery Skywatch Traffic, this is Major Delay.
Call the tire experts at Chico's Auto Pros, where you'll get the price match guarantee and free extras like roadside assistance, local towing, and free balance and rotation. Chico's Auto Pros.
Turn up your radio. Here's the Sean Hannity Morning Minute.
This is what New Green Deal socialism looks like. This is what artificially reducing the world supply of energy looks like to satisfy the climate alarmist religious cult in this country, or New Green Deal socialists in this country. It's not Putin's inflation. It's never been Putin's inflation. For months and months, we're setting record after record after record. All right, now we're going to blame Vladimir. Let's blame Vladimir for this. I didn't know blaming Vladimir for producer prices going up 11.2%. These numbers just out today. I mean, this is a significant amount of money.
Check out the Sean Hannity radio show later today, right here.
7,500.
Have you been putting your retirement savings in a 401k, IRA, or an investment account? Then I have one word of advice. Stop. You've seen what's happening in the market. This is clearly no time to gamble. Can you really afford to lose any more of your retirement savings? Hey, here's the good news. You don't have
to lose another penny, because there's a better, safer way to save for retirement, and you can learn all about it in a free report. This is the report Wall Street desperately hopes you'll never see. Why? Because this method continues to grow your money, even when the market tumbles, just as it's done for more than 160 years. And it gives you tax-free and penalty-free access to your savings. These are treacherous times, and now, more than ever, you can't afford to take one wrong step. So get the information you need today to guarantee your retirement security. Hurry. To get this free report, go to SaveYourRetirementNow.com right now. That's SaveYourRetirementNow.com. SaveYourRetirementNow.com.
Ron's Roofing knows that when a storm damages your roof, it's hard to know what to do next. Easy. Rely on the most trusted and recognized roofing name, Ron's Roofing. They'll help protect you from the next storm. Ron's Roofing understands that your roof is your home's first line of defense. That's why they work with all insurance companies to ensure that your home is protected from any unexpected storms. A job won't get the Ron's Roofing name on it unless it's done right. Visit ronsroofing.com or call 215-0070.
It's springtime and time to get out and get things done. So it's Ram Truck Month. At Tallahassee Chrysler Dodge, keep taking advantage of low finance rates to save big on your new Ram truck or your new high-performance Dodge Charger or Dodge Challenger during Ram Truck Month. Plus, your trade-in has never been worth more. They give you the most for your trade-in. The best vehicles are always at TallahasseeAutomotive.com, where you drive a little, save a lot.
Does Kay Ivey make sense to you? Ivy raised our gas tax. It's crushing us at the pump. And Ivy said on the pandemic,
But it's time to start blaming the unvaccinated folks, not the regular folks.
blame the unvaccinated? That earned Ivy praise from Biden and Fauci. And why can't Kay Ivey be bothered to appear with President Trump at his Alabama rallies?
Because Trump's not president anymore.
Fauci left. Never Trump, liberal.
Paid by Blanchard for Governor, Box 241331, Montgomery, Alabama.
I'm Rocky Moselle with StarRegistry.com. Since we were children, we've been told to reach for the stars. It was great advice. Now it's a great gift. Name a star after someone. For $54 and a call to 800-282-3333 or visit StarRegistry.com, we will name a star after someone very special to you and send an incredible personalized gift. The new star name will be recorded in book form in the U.S. Copyright Office. Call the Star Registry, 800-282-3333 or visit StarRegistry.com for the hottest bid. I'm Rocky Moselle with StarRegistry.com. Since we were children, we've been told to reach for the stars. It was great advice. Now it's a great gift. Name a star after someone. For $54 and a call to 800-282-3333 or visit StarRegistry.com, we will name a star after someone very special to you and send an incredible personalized gift. The new star name will be recorded in book form in the U.S. Copyright Office. Call the Star Registry, 800-282-3333 or visit StarRegistry.com for the hottest gift.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. But not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/trial. That's ZipRecruiter.com/trial.
If you've ever ordered food for work, you understand. It's different. There's just so much more at stake. Whether it's a meeting, a client call, or lunch with the office that has to arrive at the actual lunchtime, food for work has to work. That's why there's ezCater. Food that's on time and as ordered from over 82,000 restaurants. And if there's a problem, rare, you can reach someone in seconds.
Thank you for calling ezCater.
Some food just doesn't work at work, but ezCater just does. Order 24/7 at ezCater.com.
Join Sean Hannity Sundays at 3 p.m. for the Encore Show.
Chinese, the Russians don't fear Joe Biden.
On News Radio 1440.
And good morning, man. I just looked at my thing. Somebody been waiting on there for 14 minutes. Man, let me get to this guy. Hey, sorry it took me so long to get to you. I didn't see my thing.
Good morning, Kevin.
Morning.
The last caller, man, I thought 50-50 was the smaller guy, but the smartest guy on talk radio, but that last caller, that white guy, he pretty sharp. But what's his position in the city?
What guy?
The white
white guy that called in last that always, every time I turn the radio on, he's always asking stupid questions, but he's a smart guy. He always asking questions. But look, you're right on the education, man. I kind of agree with you right there, man, because I took my kid out of public school one time. You know, I just wanted them to be in a safe environment. But look, I would like to ask that guy that always called in, if he can call back in maybe tomorrow, and I would like to know how do he feel about Eric Coder Smith, the police officer that killed Greg Dunn. If a police officer had killed one of his children, and then the police officer was found guilty, and the police officer continued to appeal, then and 6 years going into the 7th year has passed. I would like to get his comment because he's a very smart guy. Do we think that justice is the case? I'd like to ask you, do you think, because it just began to boil under my skin. It seems like a lot of preachers should be speaking out against this nonsense because the Bible speaks of that. We got to speak out. We got to be a voice for the voices. It's just not fair. It's not fair to the Gunn family, and it's not fair to every black caller, every white caller who have a child to call in on these airways. It's just not fair. So, Kev, you have a black son. Do you feel like the way they handle in this case is appropriate? I'm just asking you. I know you don't want to too much get in it, but what do you think about this? Just, I know you're talking about school, but I'm talking about something that I know we can do something about. Saturday's going to be Saturday.
Yeah, I think it's, listen, I think it's part of the process. If you got enough money sometimes, or you got people that will support you, the process can take a while. Because, again, not just him. Lately, there have been people who shot people who were out on parole, out on a bond already. And this just happened the last couple of weeks. So he's not the only person that's out, doing the process.
Yeah, but when you get found guilty of killing somebody on the process, then you appeal. I understand the first time you appeal, but when you get found guilty, the second time your appeal get denied on the second time after you kill somebody, then if your appeal get denied on the third time, you don't continue. I'm hearing now that this guy want to go to a graduation. He want to tie this up in and another 2 months after he goes to someone's graduation. You think that's fair? Greg Dunn can't go to a graduation. He can't go to his little nephew graduation. You talking about there's no such thing as a process. Not in this situation. The process has been the process. Al Malone fought for this. Stan McClemmon fought for this. So Ella Bell, they fought for these people to go and justice. His mother is dead, and she asked for was justice for her son, and she didn't want the justice. It's just not fair. I know y'all will talk about the pay set or the superintendent. I know that's important to y'all, but I got to keep doing what Fox News continue to do with Joe Biden. You keep a hot issue out there, and then sooner or later something happens. So I don't mean to call in to
I mean, that was your comment. I mean,
yeah, I just want to call in and put that out there because the time to be those people that in positions that can make something happen.
Right. Let me ask you a question. You are a ordained pastor, and don't you believe that God will control all of this?
At some point, but he give us the authority to a degree. We have to do something. We have to do something here. We have a commitment and we have an obligation. And that's just like when you see that homeless man, y'all talk about locking these people up who walk the street begging for money. See, our obligation is not to lock these people up. You must feed the homeless. You must go visit the people in the prison. Yeah, we have an obligation as well.
Okay.
So if I'm speaking out, even the Bible tells us to speak out.
Yeah.
It tells us in Proverbs 31:9 to open that mouth. It says be fair, and it says plead to the call of the poor and the needy. There will always be poor in the need, and the poor need to be the voice.
No, I agree, but I also agree there's a thing in the Bible called forgiveness. And I think we forgive and let God handle the rest of it. I mean, the guy is going to prison at some point. I mean, he is.
We forgive, but we would never forget. Just everyone forgive. You got to have a forgiving heart and forgiving spirit. And I don't want people to say, hey, he all hard and he want to be a pastor. No, I'm not one of those weak pastors that go in and preach. Say, hey, God, God's gonna do this. It's just a little different, man. Everyone speaks different. Everyone has a different calling.
Right.
So my voice, if God puts me in a position to be a voice for the voices, then I'm gonna do that. Then I'm not gonna be like the rest of the people that come on and they do just the bare minimum, just to say that they had distributed the word. It's a little bit more than that.
All right.
It's a, yes. But have a good day, man. I appreciate you for allowing me to talk, man.
Okay, appreciate it. 860-1440, and good morning. Thanks for holding.
Good morning, Kevin.
Morning.
This is your neighbor, but I know you was in the army, but
Amen.
I'm just calling to let you know that I'm celebrating my 54th birthday today, man.
Well, happy birthday, my friend. Happy birthday. I ain't trying to get back there, but boy, those are some good times. Amen. Amen. Well, happy birthday, my friend. Happy birthday.
Yes, sir. You have a good day.
You too. Take one more call. Take my last break an hour. Good morning. Who's this?
Good morning, Kevin.
Morning.
How are you?
I'm doing fine.
Interesting show. It's very difficult to even call your program because everything is either one side or the other. And I like to be objective and spit the law right through the middle of it. But anyway, I have a thought for everybody that's been discussing entitlement and salaries. We'll give you a few names here in Alabama. Tommy Vice is one. But before I go any further, I want to tell everybody's memory back to the governor of Wisconsin, which is in Madison, Wisconsin, is the University of Wisconsin, I believe. And you have the Weathermen and the SDS and a lot of organizations, liberal organizations started up there. Well, the guy by the name of Scott Walker challenged what you all are talking about. And he won. He created the Republican Party in Wisconsin. But like Andy Warhol says, everybody only gets about 15 minutes of fame. He was overrun by other factions, which a lot of those Republicans here in Alabama, they want conservatism. They call it conservatism. And they want all this stuff that you hear on the TV right now because of the election. But they are some of the biggest benefactors of collectivism, which has destroyed American free enterprise. And if you think I'm kidding you, look up Scott Walker and just rest on the idea of collective bargaining. Who do we, the taxpayers, bargain with that allows this to happen? And the last thing I'm going to say is we have people that are in place, and I'll get you a list of it. Just millions and millions of dollars for folks that are doing nothing, but they left office with these guarantees. One of them was a coach, and I do believe that he still gets paid, and he's a U.S. Senator. Take care.
All righty then. I guess it's good if you can get it. Also, we didn't talk about it today, but evidently we're trying finally now, and I think this is a charade also, but we're finally talking about the money and what to do with it. Now they keep telling us that they have till 2026 in order to spend the money. Now what's the word I'm looking for here? That's a code. So that's a code, and what that code means is that now we'll keep talking about it. Okay, we'll keep talking about it, about spending it, but remember, we got to 2026 to get out of it. So which means we got an election year coming up, and we don't really have to commit to anything right now, but we can talk about it until at least 2025. You understand what I'm saying? So that's a code. So they talked about it. They gave a little Zoom and whatever they did, but they let us know. Now we don't have to do anything till 2026. So the code is out there. So in other words, let's keep talking about it. Now we may not really do anything about it, but we can talk about it, and we can get together and do some more talking about what we talked about before we talked about before that. I'm just saying. because they let you know we don't have to do anything until 2026. So, okay. So for all you folks out there that don't have sewage, that don't have piping and all that stuff that you think the city should do, you probably won't be getting it no time soon. Okay. I mean, now as it gets close to 2026, if any of us are still alive around that time, you may get something, but I wouldn't look forward to get anything anytime soon. I'm just saying that, see, that's why they're reminding you every time they get a chance is that they don't have to do anything until 2026. And what year is this? Okay, this is 2022. What year did they get the money? Okay, they've been starting getting money going on 2 years now. Okay, so I'm just saying, so we probably won't, you probably won't see any until the now wait, we got a presidential election coming in 2024, so we may, and we got a mayoral election coming next year, as a matter of fact. So I don't know, but don't expect to get anything this year. I mean, don't even expect that. Okay, I'll be back. The codes are out there. And remember, guys, we're in the back room in the bathroom, sitting on the urinal, doing our business. Hey, Fred. Yeah, man. We ain't really got to spend that money till 2026. Yeah, man, but the people need some help. Listen, we need the help to get it reelected. Okay, man, I'll shut up. All right, then, I'm just saying. We'll be back.
Over the world, I feel like it's raining all over the world. Neon signs are flashing, taxi cabs and buses passing through the night. A distant mourning of a train.
Serve a simple gesture of appreciation from your
In the
credit card
night.
company, and that's why Discover matches all of
It's
the
a
cash
rainy
back
night in
Discover.
Georgia.
Exceptionally common sense. Learn more at discover.com/match. Limitations apply.
The cold front is actively pushing across the area this morning, and it will clear all of Alabama by lunchtime. That will allow a few showers through the morning into the afternoon, but a lot of us will stay dry. Any showers today will be light and widely scattered. It will also turn a little breezy this afternoon with a wind out of the north, 10 to 15. Temperatures cooler, mid-70s to upper 70s for most of us tonight. Much cooler, upper 40s, clear skies, upper 70s, and sunshine on Wednesday. That's your first alert forecast. I'm meteorologist Tyler Seabury for News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch traffic brought to you by Brubaker Motors. It's better at Brubaker on News Radio 1440.
Hello, Montgomery. Right now, things are looking good. Nothing's being reported by the authorities.
What you mean whining? What you mean whining? I don't know, something to do.
You can also see their entire inventory and shop online at Toyota.com. Buckle up, front and back, it's the law for Montgomery.
Yeah, I understand. I understand, but I'll try to get it under control.
It's a fact. Guys hate going to the doctor. But when it comes to erectile dysfunction and low testosterone issues,
just use 13-letter words and they'll never figure it out. Yeah.
men all the way up to 95 years old have jump-started their sex drive and energy levels. Lots of men suffer with ED for years, but now they're able to
Okay,
join
I appreciate it.
Dr.
Steve.
Montgomery said, Montgomery Men's Health has changed my life.
Okay, well, I've been thinking about going over here to this commercial that I'm running all these days. Go to get me some testosterone shots.
There were more options for erectile dysfunction. Now I'm happy, and my wife is
Yeah.
happy. A visit for only $99, and then
Yeah.
all testing.
Yeah, I guess you do. Yeah, you gotta take that $100. Oh well. I need to know what my T level is anyway. If I'm on the way down or I'm on the way up, I need to know one way or the other. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, probably not. Okay. All right, thanks.
We're buying cars on the spot with no trade-in required. Cars, trucks, vans, SUVs, all makes and models.
Ain't on the way up, brother.
Or privately or online can be a hassle. Fielding phone calls from potential buyers, some serious, most not. Plus a handful of swindlers and a whole lot of online broker promises. We'll make the experience simple, safe, and easy. Just stop by one of our 2 locations, relax, and one of our acquisition specialists will inspect the car and provide you with a free Carfax report, a $39.95 value. You'll get our budget Best Buy offer to compare. Budget Car and Truck Sales, 2 locations, 61 Midvale Parkway, Montgomery, next to Fraser Church, 244-9777, or in Prattville.
It's raining tonight in Georgia. Lord, I believe it's raining all over the world.
Check us out online, mybudgetonline.com.
Maybe you just really want it. Maybe you can really use it. Either way, you have to have it. And what if you can get whatever it is at a major discount? Items like a full year tuition to River Region Academy, a Boundary Plus Invisible Fence, and a hog hunt or 2 from Great Southern Outdoors are up for grabs. You join us for our Sweet Bids auction. Want it? Bid on it. Need it? Bid on it. During our Sweet Bid auction going on right now at this station's website until April 28th.
Paid for by Christian Care Ministry.
Let's see, if something costs less, but people are happier with it, that sounds like something to look into, and that's Medi-Share. Maybe you've heard switching to Medi-Share to pay for healthcare can save the typical family $500 a month, and that's huge, but it's also true that people are way more satisfied after making the switch, too. The customer satisfaction rate for Medi-Share is double that of the typical health insurance plan. Medi-Share works. It's been around for more than a quarter century, and members have shared more than $3 billion of each other's bills. People love having telehealth and a huge nationwide PPO network. So, yeah, you can save a ton and like it better. Imagine being happy with how you're taking care of your health care. So if you're self-employed or part of the gig economy, or you just want a plan you're happy with, you can call right now and get a price within 2 minutes. Very, very smart use of 2 minutes. Here's the number you need. 855-51-BIBLE. That's 855-51-BIBLE. 855-51-BIBLE.
Paid for by Christian Care Ministry.
Let's see, if something costs less, but people are happier with it, that sounds like something to look into, and that's Medi-Share. Maybe you've heard switching to Medi-Share to pay for healthcare can save the typical family $500 a month, and that's huge, but it's also true that people are way more satisfied after making the switch, too. The customer satisfaction rate for Medi-Share is double that of the typical health insurance plan. Medi-Share works. It's been around for more than a quarter century, and members have shared more than $3 billion of each other's bills. People love having telehealth and a huge nationwide PPO network. So, yeah, you can save a ton and like it better. Imagine being happy with how you're taking care of your health care. So if you're self-employed or part of the gig economy, or you just want a plan you're happy with, you can call right now and get a price within 2 minutes. Very, very smart use of 2 minutes. Here's the number you need. 844-47-BIBLE. That's 844-47-BIBLE. 844-47-BIBLE.
He's smart, witty, and fast on the draw.
Oh, me?
Mark Lipton, this afternoon at 5 p.m. on News Radio 1440.
Roll your picture to my chest. I feel fine.
It's 10 minutes until the hour. Let me see here. I was on the phone right quick. Then I can get my my latest spiel here. Good morning. Who's this? Of course, I wasn't sitting on it, brother. What do you mean? See, you remember, I said we were standing at the urinal. But no. You just misunderstood what I said. That's fine. But hey, I still love you. I still love you. Yeah, okay. I still love you, but I didn't say sitting on it. I mean, well, no, we can sit on that thing. Good morning. Who's this?
Good morning, Kevin. How you doing, sir?
Fine.
You know, this morning, of course, your conversation was about the money that the new superintendent is going to make. But I have a more fundamental question yet. Do we think that he's actually the superintendent that we need?
I hope he is. I hope he is.
I do too, but I did some research on him. He's coming from a district that he supervised with only 15 schools. He's coming to a school district now. I know we have a minimum 45. For some reason, 52 is sticking in my head. I don't know if we have 52 schools, but let's say the 45. That's a 300% increase in schools than what he's currently has.
Well, it's my understanding he got 7,500 students.
Exactly. And he's coming to a district of at least 29,000 that you talked about earlier today. That's a 400% increase in the daggone student population, of which the 7,500
Although,
9% black.
right, but although,
And he's going to do what, 90%
right.
black, I would think?
Right, but I don't want to be a hypocrite. Although we got more students, if the principles are sound, if the policies are sound, whether it's 7,500 or 70,000, it still should work, and he'll have more people working for him and with him, hopefully. So I'm not gonna, poo-poo on him just because of that. I just want to know what his principles are, and we won't know that until, where's he school superintendent right now? Where's he school superintendent right now? No. The new guy that's coming, Dr. Melvin. Where's he out of right now? Louisiana, someplace? No, Ohio or someplace, I believe.
That's the Ohio. Now, you had mentioned about Montgomery being on-job training. My concern is when you come from such a smaller school district in this, there will be a considerable amount of on-job training.
Well, yeah, but now to be fair, no matter if he came from a school with 100,000 people, he would still have to get to know the environment of Montgomery. So I agree.
That's fundamental. But
yeah.
It seems to me when we had our search committee told to the headhunters, because Montgomery County School Superintendent, the school board did not say, send us your resume. They went through a headhunter service. They should have said, we want all candidates to have been at least a school district with 20,000 students.
Yeah. That is a small no. That is one hell of a upgrade from 7,500 if what you say is true. To 29,000. Well, we'll see. But again, if you have managerial skills, because we got generals who are in charge of tens of thousands of people in the military, on a military base, and they don't do all the work themselves. They just make sure I forgot the word, they give other people responsibility. Yeah.
She came from a school district that only had like 3,500 students.
Yeah.
She was a dismal failure. In fact, if I'm correct, I think she got ran off, got fired for grade changing scandal or something like that. And I'm not saying he's going to be the same. I'm not.
Yeah. Well,
she was overwhelmed.
I'm willing to.
From such a small district,
yeah.
Okay.
But now I hate to. Okay, I appreciate it. And I hate to say this, but I think women are overwhelmed a little bit more than men are. Okay, I know. I'm going to get to Texas and all that stuff as we go. Again, women are emotional. Most of the time, men aren't. We are natural leaders. Women are natural nurturers. And I can understand the overwhelming. Okay, let me have it, women. Come on, ladies. Give me a call. 860-1440. Tell me I'm wrong. Okay, just tell me I'm wrong. Say, no. I didn't say women couldn't lead. I said I believe that women, though, get all hyper quicker than men will. And so, because we tough, we run the world, and sometimes we're not doing a very good job of doing that. Okay, somebody said I did say sit on the urinal. All right, well, let me clarify that. I'm not, I'm not a transgender or anything like that. So now I'm standing in it. I'm whipping it out, like a regular man does, and do my business. Okay, I'm not sitting on the urinal. Okay, thank you. Okay, I'm just saying. Woo! One more call. Get on. Who's this? Yes. Yeah. Well, how is that possible when every time they go in session, they giving people raises? Okay, well, listen, I'm not saying you don't deserve it. Yeah. Yeah, that's what they said. Yeah. So what you gonna do with the money? Okay, good. Okay. Yeah, I guess it is. I guess it is. Hey, appreciate it. Got to take one more call. Then I'm out of here for the morning. Good morning. Who's this? Well, that's better than letting go. All right, then. We are going to get out of here and play one of my favorite songs that I got to play. You know, I believe. What a great song. Anyway, okay. Tomorrow we have somebody. I don't exactly remember who's going to be here. Either I think my main man. What's his name? The ran for office a few times. He's supposed to be here. You know, it brings a different perspective to things. Not Jenkins, but Avery, Carlton Avery, is supposed to be here tomorrow. So we'll talk to him maybe. If not, I'll handle it like I always do. Okay, I'm just saying. Okay, so did I fix everything today? Did I fix all the problems with Montgomery today? Not yet. Well, I'll be back tomorrow. Try again. And y'all need to listen to me too. I'm just telling you, I'm right in most things I say. I'm right. I mean, there's just no doubt about it. I'm right. Because nothing has ever taken the place of common sense. And I got plenty of it. All right. We'll see you tomorrow. The good Lord says the same.
I asked him what it meant. He looked at me and smiled and said, I raised my hand, bowed my head. I'm finding more and more in the words written in red.
USFA 12 News Update on News Radio 1440.
MPS new superintendent contract is approved. Dr. Melvin Brown will be the highest paid superintendent in system history. The $255,000 salary is $55,000 more than his predecessor. Dr. also receives a $1,000 monthly vehicle allowance, $10,000 in living expenses, and a $1,500 housing allowance for 6 months. Dr. Brown's first official day as superintendent will be July 1st, and have 15 days before that to work with and ask questions the current superintendent, Dr. Ann Williams.
Well, time to go.
The city of Montgomery and Montgomery County are working together to figure out how to spend millions of dollars in the American